Yep, and we're live for yet another RCB watch along. And of course, we've got three RCB fans here, Neha, Soumi, and myself. Neha, how are we today? Happy with how the toss has sort of gone so far?
Yeah, definitely. I think Gujarat winning the toss and kind of opting to bat first. Initially, I was like, "Hey, it's a surprising call. Why would they do that?" But I think we were also discussing off record that it might really help the struggling Gujarat Giants side to kind of figure their combinations and bat with more freedom. I think that will ensure a bigger total. And from an RCB POV, I think we can do better chasing as well, unless it is some huge, humongous total. So yeah, fingers crossed to see a good match nonetheless.
Oh, interesting ball that.
With
Excellent
Sophie Divine
outswinger.
bowling. Yeah.
Yep, Sophie Divine bowling. I was coming to that, but before that, Shumi, what do you make of this? RCB have been asked to bowl first today, unlike what we've seen in the last 11 odd games, where the toss winning side is more often than not. I mean, has almost always sort of won the toss and opted to bowl first. Not to be the case today. And one more thing to that: the only time RCB have won chasing this season has been against the Giants. So all in all,
Exactly.
क्या लगता है?
Yeah, अच्छा opportunity है for RCB to to actually we don't really expect upset to happen in this one because this is like that kind of points that comes in. But yeah, hopefully this turns out to be a game where we also kind of work out the Delhi situation a little bit better, and then when we go all guns blazing on Delhi and Mumbai, then we have a lot more things sorted out. I think that's what I'm looking at from an RCB point of view. From a Gujarat point of view, I think yeah, I mean we're already seeing some attacking, at least some intent there to attack. So hopefully they're trying to get that thing going and then put some runs on the board and put some pressure on RCB.
Yep, it'll be very interesting to see how sort of this matchup plays out because Sophie Devine is bowling to Laura Wolfart for a reason. For the uninitiated, of course, Sophie Devine has a fantastic record in women's T20Is against Laura Wolfart. Laura has good outswinger there. Laura has an average of just 7.1, a strike rate of 92 against Sophie Devine in 14 innings. So clearly, RCB have sort of gone through their numbers. They clearly know their data. They've seen that this is a matchup that sort of worked for them before. At least worked for Sophie Devine before, which is why they've started presumably with her ahead of Renuka. But again, Neha, very 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 interested to see how the surface plays out because yesterday we were expecting Delhi to be that typical slow low surface. We didn't see much of that in the first innings. I mean, the way Jemmy played, the way Delhi played, 192 scored and 163 in the second innings as well. Expecting similar scores today, or you're hoping that it'll probably not hoping, but you're thinking that this could probably be a slightly lower scoring affair today.
No, I think it might kind of live up to the reputation of yesterday's surface because I think when you look at the match also the power play is really good. Then it slowed down a bit, and again you saw the whole Jemmy knock coming in for Delhi that actually worked wonders for them. So I think it is like a high scoring surface, and if one batter can actually bat long, get that big knock, it can be like an absolute game changer. As an RCB fan, I'd hope there isn't a knock like that. But I think it'll do a world of good for Gujarat if they can probably figure their things out, have their batters go
Bad
all guns blazing.
ball. Sorry. Bad ball. Bad into the over. Fantastic start nonetheless, though, for the Gujarat Giants. 13 runs coming with that first over. And in fact, for those who haven't even read our match preview, do check that out on cricket.com. We've spoken about how Gujarat Giants have struggled to start off well. They have been in search for a solid start. The way they've started it in the first over, at least, I mean, that's great signs for them. And something Nushin and, of course, Beth Mooney at the toss also, alluded to in terms of how, the lack of scoreboard pressure while batting first would sort of, help them play a bit more freely. So let's see. It'll be very interesting to see if that comes good for them today. Let's take a few comments. Dhruv, बाद में number भेजना Google Pay कर देता हूँ आपको पैसा. Thank you so much though. No worries. GG are here to give free points, says Miko. पहले ओवर में तेरा see like I was telling Neha off air, again this is one of those lose situations. मैच जीते हो, हाँ तो गुजरात जाइंट्स ही तो था, of course जीतना था. मैच हार गए, गुजरात जाइंट्स से हार गए, क्या तुम लोग यार मैच खेलना नहीं आता, तुम लोग को क्रिकेट खेलना नहीं आता. So this is going to be a very tricky game to do a watch along for 100%. Dhruv also going on to say जब टॉस हारते हैं मैच भी हार जाते हैं RCB, don't mind. I'll have to mind that. Come on, man. You can't possibly
Yeah.
diss and then say, don't mind. Abhas, of course, supporting Gujarat. There's a reason why we know Abhas does that. Ooh, driven well. Straight to cover. Oh, I'll have to call that a missed opportunity. She was definitely gone for all money there. Straight to cover, driven straight to cover. Good fielding nonetheless, though, from Simran Dilbadur. Was very quick to release the ball. Unfortunately, game of inches, game of inches. All right, all right. Let's hope that spurs the RCB team, of course. The stopper asking Shomi, ma'am, where's your RCB t-shirt?
Yeah, I just came in from came like straight away from office and joined like within a
Ooh,
less
look
than
at
a
the
minute.
movement there. Sorry, but I'm sorry, very well driven. But before that, the movement on the ball was something very heartening to see. I don't know if you guys caught that. It started from outside the leg stump
Yeah.
rather, moved well outside off stump. Ooh. Wow, man, love the loop on that, love the hoop on that. Let's hope she gets a bit more of that for sure. Dhruv almost preempting what Shomi had to say there. Wow, interesting. Look at that. भाई दंगे करवाओगे क्या ध्रुव साहब ऐसे ये सब बोल के बाद में मिलना पैसे तो उतने ही दूंगा आपको ज्यादा पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे ज्यादा तारीफ करने के इतना बोल रहा हूँ फिक्स रेट है अपना बस खत्म Oh, Richa, as usual, coming up to the stumps now. This is something we've
But
seen.
what was the comparison? I mean, who is a better host? As in, क्या बोलना चाहते हो? बताओ जरा.
Nahi, that's what he said
Yeah,
between me.
let's
Nahi.
get it up.
Host again in Dhruw's in Dhruw's defense.
I know. Yeah.
तो
I
इसीलिए
know.
भाई तो मेरे को निकाल लेंगे भाई जल्दी ऐसे ये सब बोलोगे तो. But anyways, coming back, Shomi, one thing we've observed with RCB is, whenever Renuka's gone for a boundary or two, we've seen Richa Ghosh come up to the stumps, almost to ensure that the batters don't, step down the track and all of that. Do you think, is that a wide or did that take a bit?
That's a wide.
Yeah. While playing cricket, as amateur cricket जब खेलते हैं ना, one thing I've often heard from, fellow players is कि, what, जब pacer ball डाल रहा होता है ना, और keeper stumps पे आ जाता है, it's actually a bit demotivating because as a pacer you're expected to sort of rush the batters, to have pace, to be aggressive. अभी मतलब अगर keeper stumps पे आके keep कर रहा है तो इसका मतलब है अरे pace नहीं है, slow है. Do you think these things, अरे गंदा ball in the gap as well, or do they have a sweeper cover? They do have a sweeper cover. But do you think these sort of things sort of affect the bowler's psyche when they're coming into bowl?
I think, I mean, considering Renuka is such a senior bowler, there must have been a dialogue, and I mean, we might as well not know that, maybe there's some kind of a tactics out there. So yeah, I mean, considering Renuka is so senior, I don't think a problem there.
Neha,
But I
agree
also
with
think
that?
that, I mean, I was just hoping that she would, I mean, she didn't,
Hey, yaar.
yeah, it's raining runs.
या तो 5 wides देती है या 4 leg buys देती है. I hope this is 4 leg buys. Yeah, buys. Oh, buys? No, 5 wides. Man, every match it's all like last 3 games she's given 5 wides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not done at all. Oh, come on. She was expecting the ball to move, like it did in that first ball to
Little
Mooney,
bit,
but
yeah, exactly.
there was no movement whatsoever. It just started outside leg stump and maintained its line. But Neha, do you agree with that in terms of, sort of keepers coming up to pacers? Where do you stand on that? Agree, disagree, fair point, or do you think, this could potentially affect, the bowler's rhythm, psyche and all of that?
No, I think in all honesty, if the keeper is coming right up to the stumps, there's of course like some sort of communication and understanding with both sides. It's mutually consent in that sense, I think. But even at large in the women's game, we see this happening a lot. Keepers coming right near the stumps because we see how there's a tendency to like the pace is not as much as the men's game, right? So there's a tendency for the batters to kind of step down and go for those big boundaries. So if you have the keeper who's like closer to the stumps, there's chances of like stumping and everything. But I think situations like this, right, where Renuka is not able to get the ball and it's going thoda wide. If you have the keeper a little behind, you can probably save those runs and everything. But yeah, it's a dicey situation. But I think there is like consent from both sides, to stand closer to the stumps. So, yeah.
Well, interesting. It'll be very interesting to see. And by the way, Gujarat Giants have gotten off to a flyer of a start. 13 runs in the first over, 12 runs in the second, 6 wides as well in that second over from Renuka Singh Thakur. Something that we've sort of seen her doing a lot of in the season. Something that we hope she improves on quickly. But yeah, 25 for no loss at the end of the second over. That's as good a start as it can get for the Giants, and exactly what the doctor ordered for them, because they've been wanting to start positively. This will sort of give them that momentum and sort of will also give them that
already went to attack.
Yep.
I was just hoping that they change. They will probably change the
True, it'll be interesting now how they sort of attack the spinner or play the spinner rather. Let's take a few more comments in between. Sophie in for her first ball. Well bowled on the stumps. Single dete hue. Chalo. We just need to win, says A. Joseph. Simple, but RCB is not great, but hopefully they won't be to lose. Wait, so is Joseph a Giant supporter here or an RCB supporter? I'm trying to sort of figure this out. By we, he means Giants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. जोसेफ भाई मतलब
Yeah,
भाई
yeah.
या बहन बता देना एक बार जस्ट क्लैरिफाई दैट फॉर अस कि आप किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो क्योंकि थोड़ा मतलब कंफ्यूज हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे प्रियांशु सिंह हैव अ फीलिंग somehow that today is GG's day they are due यार ये सब ड्यू इस
देखो शुरुआत तो अच्छी है.
Yeah.
I mean, they must have expected this, and that's when they have decided to bat. And till now, it's all going good for them.
100%. And moreover, again, one more thing that I say, I told Neha off air, there's a debutant for the Gujarat Giants, Shabnam Shakil, the 16-year-old, is making a debut. I've already predicted this, कि आज वो 30 run से कम देंगी. If she goes on to bowl her 4 overs, she'll take at least 2 wickets. Are
Oh, it's a
shot,
great
yaar.
Great shot.
Driven in the gap. They had a sweeper cover that was actually a lot more finer, a lot more closer to long off. But even then, bisected the gap between mid off and that, extra cover. I would say deep extra cover beautifully. Well driven. Almost the Laura Wolfart we've known of. We've seen even in the last game, we saw her do well in the power play. Again, 18 of 12. It's the post power play phase where she sort of struggled to, rotate the strike, get those boundaries in. So yeah, interested to see how she does that today. Ooh, well bowled, well
Oh.
bowled.
Overthrow?
Oh, come on, man. 5. Okay. Thank God we had. Do you think there's an
Do you
announce
think
out there?
they'll continue Renuka or Sophie from the other end, or will it be another change in bowling?
I don't think there'll be another change in bowling, yeah, because the pattern with RCB has been first 3 overs mein Sophie, Renuka and Sophie Molineux. I mean, both the Sophies and Renuka, and then continue with Renuka. So I feel they're just trying to change ends probably. So we could actually see Sophie coming in the next over and Renuka coming in from the other end. So that could also be a possibility. We'll have to sort of wait and see how and why they're doing this, that is. So Joseph is clearly an RCB supporter. We're never tied 13, ridiculous. So yeah, thanks for confirming that. Dhruv also saying Perry to break one more time. Perry to break the window one more time, and the BCCI's reaction will be if you break another time, give the ICC trophy to us. वाह ध्रुव वाह मतलब क्या ही बोले अभी मतलब ऐसे अगर आप बोलते हो कि कार तोड़ने के लिए ट्रॉफी दे दो आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स अ फेयर डील फॉर देम हेलो नानी अक्षय भाई और बताओ कैसे हो मैं तो यार मस्त खीर खा रहा हूँ so I'm happy all's well when I'm getting a nice bowl of homemade kheer and that's in the gap yaar left of Simran Dil Bahadur. I don't know if it's just me or yaar Simran Dil Bahadur in the field now is getting to me. इतना gun fielder बोल के रखा है गौरव ने ना देखो एक तो गौरव से पर्सनली मिलके पूछना है like the Simran Dil Bahadur hype train seems to be unstoppable. इतना बोला कि भाई bowling दो भाई fielding दो भाई ये करा यार उसको सांस तो लेने का मौका दो यार पता नहीं
Yeah, but Gaurav is the guy who also writes, right?
Yeah. He does. He's
I
a part
love
of the
his
writing
writing.
team.
Yeah,
We'll definitely let him know.
I'm like really great piece of work there.
Will 100% be a part of the comment section soon as well. You can let him know yourself. The third over is also up 13 runs. They've been leaking runs left, right, and center. 13, 12, and 13. Again, fantastic start to the Gujarat Giants. The same cannot be said about RCB. And Renuka Singh is back. Not back. She's continuing from the sense. So clearly, it wasn't a case of change of ends. They just replaced Sophie there. But Renuka really needs to get her lines right. Yaar. I mean, 6 wides dena ek hi over mein is absolutely not done. And the way Beth Mooney hit that boundary clearly seems like she's also hitting her straps there. Ominous signs for RCB. Neha, क्या लगता है 200?
200 तो like बहुत ज्यादा होगा, but probably like 180 or 190. But I reckon they're going to have a really good power play. Probably they'd aim
यार
for
इसमें
somewhere
भी
like.
white bowling का ball डाल रही है यार.
Damn, yeah. But the power play, I
How
suppose,
control
they
नहीं
will get like 63, 64. I think that will give them a good, power play sort of thing. And they'll eventually go on to score like 180, 185. ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे.
यार 180 185 होगा तो कल जैसे रिपीट हो जाएगा.
The only difference being इनके पास वैसे bowlers नहीं है, but Shabnam Shakil will sort of don or sort of play the role of Marizan Kaap if we are sort of comparing this to yesterday's game with the ball at least. लिख के ले लो ये. But again, in case you've forgotten, the only time RCB conceded in excess of 200 in an innings was against the Gujarat Giants last year. A game I would want to forget as quickly as possible. Sophia Dunkley, who was with them, scored a fantastic 50 yards, 78 of like 35 balls or something. Just smashing it left, right, and center. And yeah, it was horrifying to just see the game, to say the least. Dhruv also going on to say, I wanted to know from you which position you guys play in cricket. मेरा वो सीन है भाई, मतलब जब मैं बैटिंग करता हूँ तो लगता है बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर हूँ, जब मैं बॉलिंग करता हूँ तो लगता है बैटिंग ऑलराउंडर हूँ. अरे यार, बैट और स्टंप्स दोनों को मिस करते हुए यहाँ पे. एंड Wolfhard really wants to take the attack to the bowlers here. But yeah, a bit about you guys, Neha. How would you classify yourself? What are you, a bowler, batter, pacer, pace bowling all-rounder, like, Pat Cummins or Ben Stokes or Jacques Kallis?
Yeah, so I'd like to believe I'm a pace bowling all-rounder who gets smashed all around the park, bats like a number 11. So yeah, it's tricky there. But I'd like to think I'm Ellis Perry.
Spot in RCB waiting for us.
Exactly.
Soumi, what about you if you had to classify yourself?
यार पता नहीं, लेकिन मैं ऐसे 2 कॉर्पोरेट टूर्नामेंट्स में खेला है और दोनों में मैं कैप्टन थी, तो मेरी कैप्टनसी स्किल बहुत अच्छी है, लेकिन मैं बैटिंग बॉलिंग फील्डिंग कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं करती, लेकिन मैं कैप्टन अच्छी हूँ. तो मैंने दोनों बार टूर्नामेंट जीता है, दोनों बार आई हैव वन द टूर्नामेंट. So yeah,
बढ़िया भाई.
And
made an international career out of it, so I'm pretty sure.
And actually, one of them I was a keeper. I used to work for Himalaya at a point of time, and that's why I was in Bangalore. And तब मैं अपनी कंपनी की टीम की विकेट कीपर कैप्टन थी.
Oh, that's essentially MS Dhoni, in all fairness. Keeping करो, captaincy करो, खत्म, बात आ जाओ घर, मैच जीतो, ट्रॉफी जीतो, घर जाओ. सही है यार, सही है. Emulating the best. Soumi, and that's again in the gap. Well played by Beth Mooney. That's definitely running towards the boundary, and that is a boundary, of course. 15 of 9, Beth Mooney. This is her best start so far in the WPL, not just this WPL, because she played the last year. So once again, like I said earlier, ominous signs for RCB. A brilliant start for the Gujarat Giants. They've also breached the 50-run mark now. Or no, it's 44. Wait.
44, yeah.
44, all right. I stand corrected on that. Ghosh and her keeping. Ghosh and her keeping. And Renuka. I'm guessing he's referring to the 5 wides. Kafi time pehle ki baat hai.
Is Shriyanka back today?
Nope. It's Ekta Bisht who continues. And completely agree with Hardik Bhai here. Again, a fellow colleague and an ardent RCB dissenter. I guess that's a better way of putting it. He says this is the type of opponent and game you expect RCB to lose and throw away their entire campaign. How often have we seen this side? How often? And like I said, इसीलिए तो डर लगता है ऐसी मैचेस से, because मतलब क्या बोले अभी 44 runs 4 ओवर तक नहीं दिए. Fine.
टूर्नामेंट पे कभी ना कभी एक अपसेट तो आएगा. I was just hoping that this is not the upset.
But I think we did have that upset versus Mumbai, no, where we really faltered.
UP is no longer that upset team.
मुंबई बोल रही है नेहा बहन, लेकिन नेहा मुंबई को अपसेट बोलोगी तो यार प्रज्वल आके अभी मारेगी, घर पर्सनली आके मारेगी झाड़ू एकदम.
नहीं मुंबई यूपी बोल रही है.
No. I was talking about how RCB had a very dismal performance versus Mumbai, and I thought that was like the big letdown we had in the tournament. उसके बाद नहीं होगा, but yeah.
It was a letdown. Agreed. We played poorly. Agreed, but we cannot possibly call it an upset, na? Upset, at least in my eyes.
India Australia World Cup final was upset.
Exactly. Because we were upset. Technically, we were upset. Like in my eyes, upset is losing a game that you weren't supposed to lose. Losing a game that you're expected to win. So, bas, against Mumbai, we can't possibly say that, at least in the WPL for sure. Aditya Pratap Singh asking, men's IPL में भी watch along करोगे क्या? 100% करेंगे आदित्य भाई, आप टेंशन मत लो. मैं रहूंगा, अवनीश रहेंगे, निखिल भाई रहेंगे. We've got a couple of new guests coming in as well, so it'll be a lot of interesting chatter there as well. So yeah, fingers crossed. The studio will also be up and running for that.
हमें तो बुलाओगे नहीं ये new guest में?
अभी वो
देखो पोजीशन में डाल दिया ना.
बातें सब वो दानिश शेठ जो बोलता है ना, cut this.
Cut this. Another
gap, man. Everything is gone in the gap. Like again, the antithesis to an S Meghna kind of innings where everything is hit straight to the fielder. Here they've almost always got the gap. Almost always. Fantastic batting this. They've raced to 48 now, just 2 runs shy of their first 50-run partnership this season. Excellent batting this. Neha, ma'am, Titash and Renuka, who's impressed you the most? Asks the stopper. Neha, what do you think?
I think Titas has really impressed me. The kind of line and length she's bowled versus Renuka, I think she's been much, much better. Although the wicket style, doesn't really say that. So for me, it definitely has to be Titas. Yeah.
Interesting. Show me, what about you? If you had to take a name between who's impressed, in terms of who's impressed you the most between the two of them that the stopper has mentioned, who
I
would you
think
go ahead
Titash
with?
has played very less till now. I mean, I cannot, I don't really have the number to support for Titash. She, whatever we have seen of her, seemed very, very promising, seemed really good. But I think she has not yet been fully exposed to the game. So I'll wait to put my opinion out.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, he's saying, आज तो आरसीबी की खैर नहीं, जीजी is on fire. यार क्या बोले अभी, बात तो सही है, मतलब टाल भी नहीं सकते, मना भी नहीं कर सकते. Priyanshu Tiwari saying, oh man, no, for a second I thought they were taking an over throw
That's
as
a
well.
50-run partnership, by the way.
First 50-run partnership for the Gujarat Giants this season. Fantastic partnership. A lot of extras conceded. Already 8 runs and extras given. Very, very, very poor bowling this from RCB. Something not really expected from them. But some might even say something expected from them, given the kind of opposition we're playing and all of that. A dot ball finally. Just taking Priyanshu Tiwari's comment here. He says, by the way, I like to slog at 4 to 5 and can just bowl some cutters if needed to bowl some overs. The kind of player RCB need but would not go for. So Priyanshu, आप Mumbai नहीं आ सकते और Bangalore नहीं आ सकते, जो भी, whatever the corresponding reference would make sense. Don't worry, Meghna will play a powerful innings. 50 or 45 says Miko.
50 or 45.
Akash, of course, another colleague of ours, says Renuka Singh is probably the worst new ball bowler. Even Simran is better right now. Arre yaar! Oh, chipped down the wicket, and that's gone past Sophie Molyneux for yet another 4. Laura Wolford is on fire right now. 5 overs, 54 for no loss. That's yet another over that's gone for 10 or more runs. And this is absolutely ridiculous and very, very, very poor bowling. And agree with this? I mean, Neha, worst new ball bowler?
Hey, I don't think she's the worst new ball bowler. I mean, she's given some very delightful starts for India in the past, but in the recent past, I don't think we
WPL.
can.
Let's stick to the WPL. That's it.
No,
Yeah,
I think
the
she's been good
WPL.
in the first couple of matches, right? Where she was bowled out the first 4 overs. I think she was
But still
pretty good in
blowing
those.
very hot and cold. And also, I think the batters want to make a statement, guys, because abhi, the 100 ka draft nikla na, where players had to make their registrations. So a lot of these players have, signed up. Laura Wolford, then you have Beth Mooney, Meg Lanning. Our Indian stars have also signed up. So yeah, making an impression.
Fair enough. Dhruv also predicting right now, says now wicket incoming. Bhai, fingers crossed. Renuka's in for the 3rd over now. Let's take a few more comments. How many decisions will go in RCB's favor today? Asks Sabhas. Bhai, लेकिन आज तो कोई decision गया नहीं है ना in our favor. I'm guessing he's still.
Decision आने के लिए मतलब मौका तो चाहिए decision लेने का.
वो भी point तो है.
There's hardly any opportunity that is getting created.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm guessing he's still reeling from that Chamari Atupattu dismissal in the last game. If that's the case, I do agree. I mean, not the greatest of, not Hawkeye's brightest moments under the sun. I'll put it that way. It was very, very, very dodgy. Completely with you on that. But yeah, because it sort of helped us in winning the game. I just don't know where I stand because, yeah, ethically and yeah, in all fairness, yeah, that was a dodgy decision to say the least. Okay, that's it straight to mid-wicket there. Oh, come on, man. Oh, no overthrows. यार, Simran, बहन, जब मारना था तब तो नहीं मारती, अभी मार के क्या फायदा? क्या यार? Oh, Simran.
I think that was Asha, right?
Asha, yeah. Sorry. Simran, देखिए मुझे स्मृति absolutely live it there and rightfully so. क्यों खाली फोकट फेंकना है? माना half chances convert करना है, no chances को convert थोड़ी कर सकते हैं. Let us see. Ooh, not connected. Okay, does not go past Simran Dil Bahadur at mid-on, thankfully. Hopefully, this pitch is lifeless and RCB batters will walk this. Oh boy, Joseph. यहाँ पे power play खत्म नहीं हुआ है first innings का and he's already sort of decided conceded defeat in the first innings. क्या runs तो पड़ने वाले हैं अभी. 200 तो आने वाले हैं, बाकी तुम देख लो chase करोगे कि नहीं. interesting. Completely agree with you there, Shubham. And something we also spoke about how an interesting choice. And personally speaking, I also think this isn't the worst of calls because we have seen the wicket deteriorate yesterday. Like Beth also mentioned, there's not been a lot of dew. Also gives them a bit of freedom to just play freely. New surface, new leg. So they would want to start afresh, clean slate. And so far, so good for them. 56 for no loss, 5.5 overs. They're not complaining for sure. And again, in case you forgot, Ashley Gardner also sort of came back to a bit of form in the last game, scored a fantastic 40 against the Delhi Capitals, also took it 4 for. So, Neha, do you think the stars are slowly aligning for Gujarat Giants to somehow, make a late attempt into sneaking into the playoffs or something like that? Do you think that's still remotely possible?
Hey, I think that's really far-fetched, to assume that Gujarat would make it to the playoffs. But I think they would want to, get a few wins under their belt. I mean, it's not like they have a bad team, right? It's just that their players were not clicking. But now we slowly see those signs. Like, I think, as you rightly pointed out, like Ash Gardner coming to the party with that brilliant knock. Then Tanuja Kanwar has been playing well. Catherine Bryce is there. And now, seeing the likes of Laura Wolfhard and Beth Moon, kind of coming to their own. I think things will slowly look better for Gujarat. They will probably, get 2-3 wins, but making it to the playoffs seems really unlikely considering the nature of teams above them, right? Who have at least won like 2-3 matches so far. So outside chances there. But when I had said this during the Bangalore, like you all had laughed, okay? Like Gujarat will have a redemption arc in Delhi and everything. So yeah, just telling.
There's a difference between winning a game against RCB and making a comeback. We'd still laugh at you for that, but we're not
ठीक है.
denying the fact that RCB to हार सकता है. दोनों
हाँ.
separate चीज है. Anyways, before I forget, a huge shout out to all of you watching us on Twitter and Instagram. We know that you cannot sort of comment and engage with us, but no worries. We've got plenty of YouTube viewers who will be sort of speaking your voice, will be asking us questions, and we'll try our best to answer them, of course. Hardik says Renuka is like a shittier version of James Anderson's 10th version. यार, oh my goodness. मतलब हार्दिक भाई साथ में मुझे ही लेके डूबोगे भाई. आप तो बोल दिए लेकिन बताओ. Renuka is conditions dependent and all of that. देखो, I do agree she started off badly, but in her defense, once again, अगर आप आज भी देखोगे, she's actually come back pretty well in the last 2 overs. She's conceded only 11 runs in her last 2 overs. First over went for 12. The next 2 overs have only gone for 11 runs. If anything, she was a saving grace for us in the power play. 3 overs, 23 runs. और जिसमें से 6 extras थे, 6 wides थे. So, ठीक है. I mean, all in all, I would still say net
I
positive.
think that is where, Akshay, I think if you remember the first game of, I think, MI, we were seeing, we were just talking
UP,
about how
UP.
they have been, I think UP, right? We were talking about how good they have been with respect to their extras. I mean, control the controllables is always, as we say. I mean, of course, we know this is not the best space for her to probably, bowl, or maybe she's just not clicking. But at least, no extras. I mean, bare minimal.
100%. I mean, Melville also echoes those thoughts. He says she's so average in WPL, man. Needs to step up. It's high time in WPL or get benched. यार Melville भाई, बेंच तो ऐसे बोलिए जैसे अपने पास बेंच में कीटास, अरुणधति, शिखा पांडे सब वेट कर रही है बस आने के लिए. बेंच में कोई है क्या रिप्लेस करने के लिए? We literally have only one domestic pacer in. Okay, we have Shraddha Phokarkar, but I don't think Shraddha मतलब अभी chance मिलेगा उसको. Very inexperienced.
Yeah.
तो इसीलिए
our pace bowling is very dependent on Renuka. Benching her may not be ideal. We don't have ready replacements also, no?
Yeah, exactly. Do agree.
Neither we have replacements nor we have points on the table to kind of bank on and check out other.
Completely. And Soumi, there's also a fair point, right? Like, her being conditions dependent, something we'd also spoken about during the team previews we'd done over a couple of weeks ago in terms of how when there's no movement in offer, Renuka becomes fairly unidimensional because she doesn't have those variations in her armory to sort of, confuse the batters or keep the batters, thinking or on their toes. Do you think that sort of will hurt her in the long run?
I think we have been talking about this, and Neha had been probably telling this nth time here that, maybe getting a little bit of a skills like Bhuvneshwar Kumar will actually help Renuka. It's only up to her now to pick up those skills and implement it.
भुवी को भी 4 साल लगे तो थे IPL में, before he mastered all of it. So fingers crossed. Still early days that way for Renuka as well. Georgia wore him into the attack. A player I've actually grown to love over this season. Yeah, like I just love the way she puts her body on the line. She's a very, I'm trying to sort of think how do I put this out without sounding too incorrect. But okay, we'll talk about Georgia Warrior and my thoughts on her over the course. Of course, let's take a few more comments. Abha says,
But I do recall that you were very conservative about considering Georgia Barham. Did you even have her in your team? No.
I didn't.
Isn't that?
In all
Yeah.
fairness, I did. I
Yeah.
had Nadine de Klerk because I was like, Asha Shobna already hai. We have Manpreet spinner. I'd rather have Nadine de Klerk's,
Yeah.
pace bowling skills in the lineup because, middle overs mein thoda aur chahiye hoga karke. But Georgia Warrior,
I think we were discussing
fantastic
that
at the
they're very
death.
similar.
And when I say
Yeah.
fantastic, sorry.
You were feeling that the kind of qualities Georgia Barham brings, they're very similar, overlapping with respect to the domestic players.
Exactly, था already वो सब थे मतलब bowling आशा कर सकती थी leg spin that is. Nadine de Klerk also used to bat तो मुझे वही shot यार in the gap. Beautifully driven pass cover there, fantastic shot. 64 for no loss by the way right now, 6.2 overs. Gujarat Giants that is, in case you missed it out. आभा सिंह बैंटर है, दिल पे मत लेना भाई, आपके बैंटर के लिए तो वेट करें, आप टेंशन मत लो, दिल पे तो हम लोग कुछ नहीं ले रहे, आप आराम से मजे करो, हम भी आपको बैंटर करेंगे, आप भी हमें करना. That's how this works, so you don't have to worry. No offense, none taken that is. But coming back to Georgia Warrior, of course, what in particular has really caught my eye is okay, bit too full. Death bowling has been fantastic. Make no mistake, she's been really good with her Yorkers. It's almost crazy how consistent she's been, while executing those Yorkers because she's a wrist spinner. It's even more harder for a wrist spinner to hold the ball, to grip the ball and get it consistently on a line and length. So kudos to her for having that accuracy. And like, again, now what I want to say, I'm just trying to think. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nudged in the gap. Oh, man.
And they took two.
Yeah. They steal a second there. RCB's fielders need to be a bit more alert right now. Ground fielding has definitely been right up RCB's alley, to be honest, because if we look at some numbers, RCB's ground fielding has been the best so far this season. They've saved 24 runs on the field, if we're talking about fielding stats here, which is the highest for any team so far in the 5 games played by them. Arre yaar, well bowled. Short in the length once she saw Benoni coming forward. But yeah, just coming back to Georgia Warrior, we'll talk about fielding and all of that. When we talk about movements, like something I've spoken about Meghna, the way she moves, the way she plays it, you don't feel like, she can play at this level. Georgia Warrior is exactly what I would say, like, in that way she looks, she moves, she runs a lot more like a male cricketer. Again, I'm not saying, I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm sort of getting at. Elise Perry is another example because a lot of girls, yeah, exactly. Sporty movements aren't something that come naturally to them.
Sporty, athletic.
Exactly. And that's where Georgia Warrior is very, very, very athletic. And the way she runs, it's mind-blowing because I got to see her live. In fact, that fantastic attempt, the superhuman attempt that she did was right in front of my eyes, right next to me. So I saw that live firsthand. Very, very, very fluid, very calm, very flexible, and great athlete. So I'm very happy with what I've seen of her so far. Again, the numbers might not entirely reflect that. She's hit a fair few shots, a fair few bounties in the middle overs especially. But all in all, I really like what I've seen of her. So I hope RCB stick with her, going forward as well. Not just this season, that is. Ekta best thing to get back. Behen, abe!
I don't know what Sophie Devine was doing there. I thought she would like...
Ek to yaar. But very poor effort from Simran. Yaar, how can you let this go, yaar?
And she's known for her fielding. Oh, yaar.
Yaar, ye to rok lo, yaar. No, I don't think Sophie had anything to do. Yeah, but Ekta Behan, aap bhi yaar, karo. She's been very poor. Even in the last game, the one over she bowled 3 short balls. Even today, she started with a short ball once again. Very, very, very ordinary bowling, to be honest. Gujarat Giants making the most of it, of course. 76 for no loss in 7.2 overs. By the way, fun fact, this is Gujarat's second highest score in the power play, which was 59 for no loss. Ironically, the highest score of 64 for 1 came against the same opponent in 2023. Again, going back to the same game where I mentioned Gujarat Giants scored 201 and defended it, won the game by 10 runs that time around. But, oh man, this is very ordinary fielding and bowling so far.
I'll quickly go and change into my jersey and come back.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's the change we need. Let's hope that's the good luck we need.
And also, Akshay, did you notice like Harleen is sitting up there with Kanika? Matlab, kya chal raha hai? Like, is she like the David Warner thing in SRH?
I don't think itna load hai, but yeah, clearly I don't know what's happening there. We will, I mean, but again, in all fairness, that's how far she should be from a T20 setup in general. So it's fine. मतलब उस हिसाब से तो सही है भाई, उतना ही दूर रखो उसको, टीम के आसपास
भाई
मत
ने तो
रहने दो.
लिटरली ले लिया. हाँ.
वाइड है कि पैर को लगा ये?
वाइड.
यार बहुत घटिया बोलेंगे यार. एकता बिस्ट यार, श्रेयांक का तो इससे बेहतर तो फील्डिंग कर ही लेती ना. लास्ट टाइम उसने वो किसका रिवर्स स्वीप था, पूनम खेमनार का था क्या, जो ड्रॉप किया था उसने यार. Okay, Richa Ghosh is saying, okay, have they taken a review? Yeah, they've taken a review here for the wide. Yeah, but I'm guessing it's also because Laura Wolfart sort of shuffled, while playing the sweep shot. So it'll be interesting to see how, if this goes in RCB's favor or not.
And interestingly, Ekta Bisht is also coming from a good domestic season. So I think this is not a reflection of her bowling, but I think it's the nerves, man, that's kind of just getting to her at the moment. Bowling
Clear pad. Sorry. Hello, Jagmeet bhai, clear pad. But Neha, sorry, you first finish your point though.
Oh yeah, so I was just telling you, like, she's coming off a very good domestic season, so I don't think this is a reflection of her bowling, but probably the nerves are getting to her, and bowling to Beth Mooney and Laura Wolfart at full strength is definitely turning out to be a much bigger challenge than I think she would have anticipated. No.
Yeah, एक बात बताओ. As a 36-year-old, if nerves is something you're worried about, then the game आपके लिए है ही नहीं. By the way, दो घटिया ball. We're lucky that Laura Wolfart has not made the most of it. Both on the patch, both have been missed out on. This is just very, very, very poor. I just don't know what to make of this right now. Kushal, meanwhile, asking us, hello everyone, excited for a GG revival. Abe, ganda ball, फिर से नहीं out यार. Pitch leg stump पे हो रहा है, कहाँ से आप out का appeal कर रहे हो, मेरे को समझ नहीं आता. Hello everyone, excited for a GG revival, hopefully. Kushal, yaar, matlab, fair enough. I'm guessing you are, a Gujarat Giants fan, that is. Do you think RCB losing would make the tournament a lot more interesting? Do Gujarat Giants still have a long shot to the third place? Something I did ask earlier, Neha, if you could sort of just, quick summary in terms of what we discussed, if you could tell that to Kushal as well.
Yeah, I mean, RCB losing the tournament, I don't think it'll make it interesting, but it'll definitely give a lot of views to our streams because you'd see us crying a lot more. But I think, we've all supported underdog stories. So if Gujarat can actually make a comeback, win a couple of games, if not like 2-3 games, that would actually be great for them and for the tournament as well. Otherwise, it just gets too predictable. Arey, Gujarat hai na, jeet lenge. So it gets very predictable in that sense. But as an RCB fan, we were discussing that we would hope that the win does not come against us. But all in all, if Gujarat can actually go all the way, considering the start they have, and if they can build on this, I think we're in for a really good match. So yeah, fingers crossed to see how the match goes.
Arre yaar, Asha. Oh, come on.
Slapped
what
for
a
the boundary.
shot. Trashed. Absolutely crashed. I'm seriously, I don't know what adjectives to use here, but
loss of words, yeah.
Oh, wow, man. Timed the bones of it. There was also power. Georgia Wadham had best like a second. I don't think she even had a second to react to that, yeah.
Yeah. It was a shot that was just dispatched, yeah.
Yep. Bad ball, rare bad ball from Asha, and yep. Not rare bad ball, rare short ball. Sorry. Correction.
I mean, even
much better.
Looking at Asha's performance too, after that 5-4 versus UP, she's lost her momentum or so. Like, what do you think about that?
Definitely something even I want to talk about. Before that, two things. A poll has been pushed out. Do predict how much you think will the GG end up at the end of the first innings. And of course, it's also a prediction contest, guys. Don't forget, you also stand to win a cool 500 rupee Amazon voucher in case you correctly predict. Oh, man.
What a shot.
Poor bowling. Just absolutely poor bowling. And Gujarat Giants are not letting them, rest here. They're not letting them calm down. They're not letting them sort of, get into their rhythm and all of that, completely disrupting their lines. Brilliant batting. Exactly the kind of start they'd been hoping for all season, finally getting it. This is what we'd spoken about, right? We know for a fact Gujarat Giants will come good against the team or two. It's all about who's the team. Clearly, RCB is the team. Oh, man. And coming back to Asha, exactly. She's taken 7 wickets so far this season. Oh ball, yaar. All 7 have come against a single opposition. The UP Warriors. She's yet to take a wicket against the other 3 sides. I'm not sure how much of it will sort of have to do with her own rhythm, because that way she's been fairly decent. Again, I don't think she's been entirely bad. This is bad bowling though, yaar. Thank God.
Yeah, she's really getting short, yaar.
Very unlike her. something she herself has spoken about. Control is one of her biggest strengths. She's already bowled 2 long hops here, but I do think batters have been a lot more sort of aware of what to expect from her. Not really the case, in the first game, maybe because she hadn't played all of last season. She only played 3 or 4 games then. So
Yeah.
this time around, they were a lot more prepared. After that fifer, especially, they knew how to deal with her. What lengths would she be bowling? So that also plays a role. Second season syndrome and all of that. So let's see. Let's see if she has it in her to practice and come and overcome this. About batters finding her out and understanding where to bowl, how to keep the batters on their toes. So it'll be very interesting to see. 200 plus says Syed Musharrafuddin. I'm sorry if I'm getting the pronunciation wrong there. But again, prediction exact होना चाहिए boss. 200 plus तो 250 भी हो सकता है, 201 भी हो सकता है. Select a single number and let us know how much you think will the Gujarat Giants end up with at the end of the first innings. Right now they're at 89 for no loss after 9 overs. Brilliant start this for them. And there will be a run out, says Melville. Oh wow, yaar. I hope kuch to ho jaye.
No, I think that's in response to the poll that says, who will break the partnership. So Melville feels probably, a run out is the only way that seems
Fair enough.
likely.
Fair enough. Tushar says, just here to say hi to RCB supporters. Law of averages, catching up with GG. Yeah, law of averages तो last time RCB के साथ तो नहीं थी. 5 गेम हारे तो थे ना last time. तो इस बार गुजरात भी तो 5 गेम हार सकते हैं. एक क्या बात हुई? Law of averages एक ही साइड के लिए चलेगा. बताओ यार. Anyway, Soumi is also here with her customary RCB jersey, and Elise Perry is into the attack. I don't think she bowled in the last game or the game before that as well against Mumbai Indians.
Oh,
Clearly
yeah,
showing-
what is this, guys? It's
Oh, come on.
that's Simran. Yeah.
नेहा क्या लगता है ये क्या है ये? इसके लिए इतना हाइप क्रिएट करना था यार.
सबसे ज्यादा नेहा ने किया था ना सबसे ज्यादा.
Yes.
अरे नहीं, I was just vouching for her, but यार अभी थोड़ा लग रहा है कि nerves could be getting to
विकास भाई सच्ची में लग तो नहीं रहा है. मुझे लगता है इन लोगों ने खुद ड्रीम 11 पे लॉरा वुल्फार्ड को कैप्टन किया. निखिल भाई की बातें सुन के, निखिल भाई ने आज टिप दिया था बेथमुनी का, सॉरी. तो लगता है आरसीबी वालों ने अपना लाइव स्ट्रीम देखा है, बेथमुनी को कैप्टन और लॉरा वुल्फार्ड को वाइस कैप्टन किया. यार ऐसा गंदा बॉल.
That's another boundary.
Simran's conceded 3 boundaries herself. Okay, this was still a difficult chance, but 3 boundaries. The ball's clearly following her right now. I just don't know where are we going to get that good luck from. A fantastic 50. Meanwhile, Laura Wolfhard gets to her second 50, her second WPL 50, if I'm not wrong. I don't think they've sort of shown that yet. 32 balls is all it's taken her. 9.2 overs, and they're just 1 hit away from also getting to a 100-run opening start.
Another boundary.
And there you go. I was just saying 1 hit away, and they've also gotten that hit. RCB seem all at sea right now. They have absolutely no answers to the questions Gujarat openers have been posing. 3 back-to-back boundaries, 2 Elise Perry. Boundaries are flowing. Oh my goodness. Boundaries are flowing would be an understatement. दिल पे पत्थर रखे ऐसा मतलब चिल्ला के बात कर रहा. 9.5 ओवर हुए, 101 रन ऑलरेडी बन चुका है. लॉरा वुल्फार्ड on 55 right now. Brilliant start. It would take a humongous effort for RCB to stop them from scoring a 200, here. A fantastic start. The Gujarat Giants dugout on their feet. Mind-blowing start. Beth Mooney has also gotten the time to sort of get back to some hitting form. Where do they
I thought
go
another boundary was coming, but thank God that isn't the case. But yeah, man, I think Laura has really led from the front. Matlab, with her knock today, brilliant stuff. Giving Beth also, some time to settle in. And I think this is the kind of starts that, Gujarat would really want, Matlab,
completely agree, yaar. Matlab, again, they just don't know what's hit them right now, RCB. And again, let's just take Chandra 24's comment. Ram Mandir bhi ban gaya dekhte dekhte. RCB कब जीतेगा टाइटल पता नहीं. RCB वालों कब खोलेगा रे तेरा खून. भाई हमारा खून तो कब से खोल ही रहा है भाई. क्या बोले अभी खून का छोड़ो, लेकिन Soumi, who do they go to from here यार? Pace, spin, किसी को नहीं छोड़ा यहाँ पे. Everyone's been indiscriminately hit. किसके पास जाएंगे यहाँ से?
Exactly. And are you missing a little bit of a Shriyanka here? I know she has not been in the greatest of the forms or the best of the form that we have seen of her last season. But yeah, I mean, I somewhere feel that Sri Lanka is one such bowler who can actually break these partnerships. And yeah, she has that impact always. I mean, I think in the last match as well, when she came in, she got the wicket immediately. So I think, yeah, from that point of view, but आज तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's just not our day.
Yeah. RCB
But
could be
Or
missing
it
a
could
trick
go to
or two.
Gujarat too. Yeah.
Yeah, not choosing her.
अच्छे दिन आ गए.
अच्छे दिन का पता नहीं. गुजरात जाइंट्स के लिए तो आ गया यहाँ पे. At least Delhi clearly seems to be working for Gujarat here. Oh wow, I have a couple of political jokes which I won't crack for obvious reasons. But Gujarat and Delhi, you guys can make the connect and move on. But Neha, who do they go to from here? Yaar, everyone's been thrashed. Maybe go back to Georgia Warren or Sophie Molyneux, or do they stick to pacers? Who do they go to?
I think, yeah, bringing in the spin options now could really help. Let's see if Georgia Warham, yeah, Sophie Molyneux can kind of get that breakthrough, because I don't know, man, what else is going to stop Gujarat? Not that this duo hasn't been attacked, but probably, you can experiment with them. And we're really running out of like options as well, right? Can't give another over to Ekta because, again, she might get hit. So, yeah, probably Georgia Warham can be the answer to our conundrum.
It'll be very interesting. Who do they go to from here, though? I mean, Georgia Warham is into the attack. I just, again, but 104 for no loss right now. Highest score at the end of the 10th over. What do you
Wow.
make of that, यार? मतलब क्या ही मारा है? Like क्या ही मारा है? और यहाँ
Yeah,
से
they
क्या
were
लगता है?
just
200 तो
relentless.
बनना नहीं चाहिए ना?
Yeah, yeah. Considering the kind of start these openers have given, I think Gujarat should aim for a total of 200 and more, because I don't think you could get a more, delightful start than this. So, yeah, the coming batters can probably just capitalize. Or will this duo just bat on forever and RCB may not be able to get any wicket? Yeah, scary times, but is a big possibility.
Show me 200 from here.
Looks like, yeah, it will be a
Oh
200
wow.
in all
The voice also
probability.
seems to have taken a backseat here. यार क्या
Yeah,
करे?
yeah, yeah. Huh, but
Ah, yeah. Sorry.
it, what the only thing that can happen here, I mean, that might stop at 200 is probably a couple of quick wickets here. And yesterday we have seen how it has kind of slowed down after a couple of quick wickets. Yesterday also we were expecting, like, absolutely a more smasher of a game. But yeah, I mean, unless there are a couple of wickets that goes here, even then it's pretty much
Definitely,
a 200 on the
definitely.
cards. Yeah.
And they've been so poor. And also, one more thing to notice is Gujarat Giants openers have a single two for RCB. We saw Sophia Dunkley in the first game last season.
Yeah.
And in the second game of that season itself, they did get to 189, if I'm not wrong, which is what
Huh.
RCB chased thanks to Sophie Devine. There was
That was
Harleen
nice.
Deol and Ashley Gardner who got a couple of very quick 60s then. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Gujarat Giants definitely like or have taken a liking to RCB's bowlers in the past as well. Oh, man, she's
Ah.
lined her up. यार आपके पास स्क्वायर लेग है, डीप स्क्वायर लेग नहीं है, डीप मिड विकेट नहीं है, तो शॉर्ट क्यों डालोगे, लेंथ पे भी क्यों डालोगे? एंड लॉरा वुल्फार्ट हैज सीन दिस. इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक शी टेलीग्राफ्ड की बहन, मैं लेंथ पे मारने वाली हूं, आप बैकफुट पे जाओ खेल लो. She
Yeah, yeah.
waited for the ball.
Just playing to her strengths, man. This is a really good shot. Can't do much in that situation.
Much better. जब भी
Better,
कर सकते हो
much
तो
better.
करना यार. Guys, just now watching what happened, yaar, even we don't know what happened in all fairness. We just don't know what's hit us as well. Fantastic batting from Laura Wolfart. Excellent, support knock from Beth Mooney. She's done a good job of rotating the strike, ensuring that she's not, held one end up with dots. Wide यार, अभी यही बच्चा है, बस देते रहो. क्योंकि हम ज्यादा रन तो दे नहीं रहे बाउंड्रीज के साथ, तो वाइड भी दे देते हैं, एक आधा लेग वाइड भी दे देते हैं. 5 वाइड चाहिए तो बताना, वो भी हम लोग दे देंगे आज. We clearly seem to be in a mood to gift today, in a gifting mood. That is, divine ton might be needed. अबे यार, इसको बहन यार, आलू की
Oh
बोरी
my
की तरह
God.
गिर गई, बताओ यार. ये तो खराब, एकदम खराब. अक्षय, trust the process. RCB will win the game. All right. 11 overs done, 118 for no loss. This is, oh man, I don't think I've seen more poor fielding so far this season. Ground fielding, that is. It's again, ड्रॉप कैचेस के लिए एक कैच तक नहीं गया, सिर्फ ग्राउंड फील्डिंग ही खराब करे. Not a single opportunity has been created. There's not been a single LBW shot, not a single caught behind shot, not a single false shot generated. Nothing.
That's it.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, there's no opportunity that is getting created. That's where the concern lies. I mean, सिर्फ वो एक रन आउट, मतलब एक वो रन आउट का एक वो bleakest attempt था. Apart from that, there has been no occasion.
Fielding has been a letdown today. यार सोचो भाई, UP Warriors fan भी बता रहा है, and completely agree with Nikhil bhai, like huge letdown. We were just talking about how they had been the best side when it came to ground fielding. Is that another 4? Seems like another 4. Of course it is another 4. Oh man, the ball seems to be following Renuka Thakur and Simran Dil Bahadur here. Both of them very poor, very ordinary. Just no sort of aggressiveness. They're not attacking the ball.
Yeah, what was that? Sure.
फिर से आलू की बोरी की तरह गिर गई वहां पे. And Kushal Shah, it's not like I thought I would, say those words when I woke up in the morning today. But yeah, here we are. Pathetic, absolutely pathetic bowling so far. They've just been conceding runs left, right, and center. No over where the bowlers look penetrative enough. Absolutely no pressure created. They can play 2 maidens now and still there'll be no pressure on them. Another wide. No! Oh my goodness. एकता यार 36 साल की हो यार. क्या नर्व्स, क्या कहाँ गया तुम्हारा एक्सपीरियंस? ये एक्सपीरियंस इससे अच्छा श्रेयांका से मार खा लो यार. वो 19 साल की होके उससे बेटर करती है. बताओ ये एक्सपीरियंस, इसको एक्सपीरियंस बोलते हैं यहाँ पे.
अरे
Oh my goodness.
Another boundary.
गले पे नमक छिड़कते हुए वहां पे इनका घोष.
ठीक है, आगे बंद करते हैं और करके सो जाओ.
This is the annual RCB Boxing Day. Just like Australia has a Boxing Day where they, box all the gifts for Christmas and all of that. This is RCB's Boxing Day. March 6th. Likh ke le lo, guys. Oh, funnily enough, March 6th, this is also the 1-year anniversary of RCB's first ever WPL game. That was also a game where he conceded 200 against Delhi Capitals. Yeah. Wide. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's going horrible, man.
Just getting bad to worse, but oh man. Just very poor bowling. Very poor bowling. The lesser said, the better right now. It's, yeah.
I like the term you coined there, RCB Boxing Day, annual. Ek to hota hai.
I remember, I can't imagine. I mean, when Akshay was saying Aloo ki Bori, I was just imagining if Avnish would have been in this live, what would have been his term. Imagine Avnish saying Aloo ki Bori in his own accent.
No, he wouldn't say Aloo ki Bori. Yeah. She's fallen here like a sack of potatoes. I cannot believe this. And that's another for there. Milking runs here, scoring boundaries for fun. Beth Muni's like, I'll also have a bite. I'll also score a couple of boundaries. And Ekta Bish, kya yaar, matlab, yaar, if she gets another over in this WPL, I don't know what I'll do. She cannot be possibly playing a game, yaar. Kya Uttarakhand ke liye captain karke? She's done so well in the Senior Women's T20 Trophy. She's done well for them in the Senior Women's ODI Trophy. I just want to rant big time and say, this is why India's domestic circuit is shit. It's just dog shit, it's horse shit. I can't. I'm getting annoyed again. I said. बोलने का मन कर रहा है.
शाना कट कर दो यार.
ये अक्षय भाई इमोशन में आ गए. हाँ, कट. Akshay, you'll get cancelled only if you tell this. हाँ.
From worst to even worse to even worse.
You just lost a friend in Neha. Did you realize that?
भाई इतना ऐसे.
I don't mind losing friends. यहाँ पे दिल टूट रहा है यहाँ पे. क्या ही नहीं जब है ही नहीं यहाँ पे. जब दिमाग का संतुलन बिगड़ रहा है, आपको लगता है दोस्त कुछ कर पाएंगे. यार, this is, oh man, it's getting to me. 13 overs, 134 for no loss. I don't think since the power play has ended, since the fielding restrictions have been lifted, we bowled a single over where we've not conceded 10 runs. Just look at this bowling. Absolutely horrendous bowling.
Oh yeah.
Just absolutely no control. There's no... oh man, this is very...
How much was that? The best over that we have had was also more than...
No, we've had a 4-run over. Renuka, exactly. Renuka's over. Sophie Molyneux into the
Imagine
attack.
Renuka
2
is our
overs,
best
24.
bowler at the moment with so many runs being scored.
Correct.
हाँ यार.
Correct. हाँ भाई शांत हो जाएंगे क्रिक नर्ड यार. Meanwhile, कल्लू मामा सिंह, अक्षय भाई एज शेमिंग नहीं ब्रो, एकता हैज खेल रत्न अवार्ड भाई, किसी टीम के सपोर्ट में इतना नेगेटिव मत बनो.
अरे एज शेमिंग नहीं है कल्लू मामा, इट इज अबाउट एक्सपीरियंस.
नेहा,
खेल रत्ना.
again, I learn new
News.
things. I guess I was completely unaware of this. When did this happen?
I don't know. I didn't know Ekta Bishan won Khel Ratna, bro. But
They've
anyways,
gone-
yeah.
They've gone for a review. We'll come back to this, but I think this is a review more in desperation. I don't think there's
Yeah,
much to
yeah.
look at here. Seemed but age shaming nahi kar raha bhai. I wish that they all do well irrespective of their age and all of that, but itna age ke baad experience, because everyone loves
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
ki
she has.
experienced player in this. She has, so kudos to Ekta Bish.
Yeah.
Yes or no? I didn't understand. Yes.
I'm just checking this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meanwhile, they're
yes,
checking the
no.
review here.
It looks close, but I don't know,
Sajna,
yaar.
Sajna from Kerala of same shit domestic tournament hit a 6 of the last ball. Maybe it's RCB affecting her. How do you again? मैं जब बोल भी रहा था, I knew मैं exaggerate कर रहा है, मैं मानता है, अभी मानता है मैं exaggerate कर रहा है.
Sure.
But ये क्या generalization हो गया कि छोड़ो, कोई नहीं. Nani, if anything, you're proving my point here. So I'm not sure. Oh, that is closer than we thought, man. Umpire's call. Yeah, just the kind of day for RCB. Nothing going for them.
क्या होगा? This is like they just don't see.
Shobhi, we should be optimistic. RCB will come to chase the total. Take lena. Sophie Devine will repeat her performance. She'll score more than 100 runs. Last time 99 पे out हुई थी, इस बार 100 से ज्यादा.
वाह, 12 ओवर में 134. 12 ओवर. मैं तो 13 ओवर समझ बैठा था. 12 ओवर, बताओ. 6 ओवर में 59 था स्कोर. मतलब in the last 6 overs they've conceded 65 runs. This is middle overs. Very, very, very poor bowling. Just, oh man, just gets bad to worse. GG really out here showing that the harder you fall, the higher you score against RCB. Fair enough. Does Smriti's captaincy get any blame here, or all blame goes to bowlers?
A mix of both.
Bowling, kitna? But how? What do you think Smriti could have done?
I think field position.
अरे यार, oh, चलो कुछ तो बचाया.
I think in all honesty, the field positions could have been a little better. Plus, when Simran is at the boundary just conceding away so many runs, probably a quick change here and there could have really helped. But I think it's a mix
But
of
he's
both.
supposed to be your gun fielder. ये क्या है?
Not
ये क्या है? यार विराट कोहली जब एक दो मिसफील्ड करता है, अरे कैच! नो.
भाग यार भाग.
4 है. आज अपना दिन देखे ना, ये 4 है.
No, just saved.
Save.
Yeah.
Again, Richa's going like this, like kaha.
No, but again, tell me one thing. A, misfields, how do you change that? Secondly, जो सीधा हाथ में आ रहा है वो भी तो मिसफील्ड ही कर रहे हो, उसमें क्या करेगी कैप्टन? I genuinely want to know. I have no opinion on this.
No, I think number one number of extras. यार पहला तो हम वहीं पे, like it's a crime to do.
Wait. By the way, Beth Mooney scored her first ever WPL 50. What a game to do that. 32 balls is what she's taken. The same number of balls that Laura Wolford also took. A fantastic start for both of them. Both of them would be eyeing a ton here. Both of them.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, like, I think we should put out a poll, like, will Laura Wolford get the first, century?
No. The question should be, will Laura Wolford and Beth Mooney get to their first WPL century here? Both. So that's the question. But sorry, Soumi, you were saying. Arey yaar, finally kuch ye out.
I think she was grounded, na?
No, I think this looked out.
Yeah. Richa was fast. I'm really impressed with Richa in the last game and in this game, yeah.
Yeah, she's
last
been
game,
really good.
Richa Ghosh won us the game. वो Grace Harris का कैच अगर नहीं पकड़ती तो मैच तो खत्म ही था वैसे. So
चलो. Oh yes.
Finally.
चलो, Laura का सेंचुरी नहीं बन रहा है. Melville, congratulations by the way. he was bang on with his prediction. He said it's a run out that's going to help us break this partnership. A run out it is. A fantastic knock from Laura Wolford nonetheless. 45 balls for his 76. A very, very, very disappointing end. Not the kind of end she would have hoped for. She was definitely, eyeing that century there. The ton was on the cards. Not to be the case. They've sent in an even more dangerous Phoebe Litchfield right now.
Shawmi's favorites.
Exactly.
Yeah, she hasn't been that great. So I think I'm...
आज सबको वो to sort
अब
of
जाएगा,
quote,
अब देखो विकेट
to
जाएगा
quote
भी
Ganza Wasipur का डायलॉग, बेथ मूनी का, लॉरा वुल्फार्ड का, फीबी लिचफील्ड का, एशली गार्डनर का, सबका फॉर्मूला दिखा रहे तेरा आरसीबी. बस यही है अपना, खत्म. That's it. By the way, the second highest partnership in WPL history and the highest opening. I want my statsman to also confirm this. Is this the highest ever opening partnership in WPL history? I'm thinking hard. I don't think we've seen a bigger opening partnership in WPL ever.
No, the Meghlaning Shakhali.
Oh, against RCB, of course. That will be. That was 161.
जहाँ उन्होंने 200 से ज्यादा बनाया था ना.
हाँ. हम ही हैं. वेल भाई. वाउचर इनिंग स्कोर प्रेडिक्ट करने के लिए क्या मतलब देखा नहीं कि सीधा वाउचर पे घुस भी गए वहां पे.
अरे अवनीश was raising the stakes yesterday so much.
अवनीश को बुला यार, 3000 का वाउचर देता है
वो पैसे वाला है ना, उसके पास बहुत पैसा है तो वो अपने जेब से देता होगा. मेरे पास जितना मैं बोलेगा. Guys, again, I don't think I've seen too many predictions so far. Please make sure you predict how much you think will the Gujarat Giants end up with at the end of the first innings. And you stand to win a cool 500 rupee Amazon voucher. So do start predicting. Soumi, let's start with you. How much do you think are the Gujarat Giants ending up with right now?
192.
Ooh, that's conservative. That means only 52 runs in the next 7 overs. Wow, yaar, sachi mein RCB fan. Neha?
Yeah, so I think Gujarat will probably get 211. Because with the way Beth Mooney is batting, I think she's going to go and get like a 60-70. Up to Phoebe Litchfield bhi aa gayi. They still have impetus with Ash Gardner and everyone coming in. So I think 211 is definitely on cards, and it's going to be a mountain hill for RCB to just chase.
Wow, we've got a flurry of predictions right now.
And Sophie Devine आकर मारेगी 100, पहला 100.
अरे वो तो feels
करेगी. कौन ये बोल रहा था?
एक सेकंड तो मेरे को no ranges accepted. You have to go to a specific score. Your prediction has to be a score. It has to be either 211, 212, 269 also works, but not 210 to 215. But sorry, what were you saying, Neha? Show me.
So I was being optimistic that Sophie Devine will score a century today. She'll score like in excess of 100. वो तो feel से बोल गए, but there is a chance. Okay, can never write her off the game. But I guess she's not opening, so S. Meghna hopefully can be the leader.
Today there's no way on earth you can open with S. Meghna. No way. S. Meghna को आशा शोभना के बाद भेजो यार end में.
नहीं. She will open ना.
नहीं यार.
S. Meghna will open ना.
Where else you'll put her? At number 3 again, people will start telling strike rate अच्छा नहीं है.
I'm saying number 9.
Oh,
अरे
तानिया भाटिया
मत बनाओ यार, उसका ऐसे मत बोलो.
Needed even worse.
बनाइए ना.
अरे 40 बॉल में 50 बना के 200 थोड़ी ना बनता है यार. 40 बॉल में अपने को 100 चाहिए. I don't know, power play फिर भी the only reason I'd be fine with it is because Gujarat Giants have a lot of spinners. यार वाइड मत दो बहन. सोफी यार रन्स
यार ये WPL सोफी का है ही नहीं. उसको बिठा दो.
किसको खिलाएंगे?
नडीन डी क्लब.
मैं यार. But sorry, you were saying something.
मुझे सोफी से ज्यादा इस बार मेघना ने इम्प्रेस किया है, मैं बता रही हूँ.
किसने?
सोफी से ज्यादा मुझे मेघना ने इम्प्रेस किया है.
मेघना, oh, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, if anything, I actually have to say Sophie's added a lot of value with the ball. She's taken 5 wickets. She's taken important wickets at crucial junctures. Don't forget, last game she took Grace Harris's wicket. She's taken Meg Lanning's wicket. Yeah, so she has been involved. So, oh man, इसको भी गंदा slog. ये भी misfield नहीं, Georgia Warren है तो ठीक है.
See, again, the wicket fell. You see, the boundaries are coming in thoda, not as frequently, right? Which is a good sign. Probably
No, if
Shawmi's.
anything, it's a bad sign. If anything, it means that the surface is now
Yeah.
slowing down. So it's going to become even more difficult.
That's true.
Yeah, Neha. Anyways,
Not at all.
keep your predictions coming in. Sanjay says after all this 100 hype, it would be funny if she doesn't cross single digits. At this point in time, anything will be funny. Anything. So yeah, her scoring 100 will also be funny. अगर जीजी 200 बनाएगी तो डेफिनेटली हम भी अच्छी बैटिंग करेंगे सच योगेश ये क्या फॉल्स इक्विवेलेंस कर रहे हो भाई कि जीजी ने 200 बनाए तो हम भी अच्छा करेंगे ये क्या बात हुई
Yeah, it really depends on the surface and how that kind of behaves. And
क्या क्या क्या
no, I was telling you, it really depends on how the surface kind of behaves, na? And if it gets slower and everything, maybe yeah, things are just going to get difficult. Yeah.
I mean, the only silver lining to all of this is that if there's
अरे यार, what
gap,
क्या था ये?
who was the aloo ki bori this time? Once again, Renuka.
Renuka.
So Simran 3-4s, Renuka 3-4s, but Renuka's 3-4s have been even far worse. All three straightforward efforts.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yaar.
Add that to her bowling figures. हाँ यार.
वाइड मत दो बहन भाई बहन को इतना एलोंगेट मत कर लुक्स लाइक अब्यूज निकलने वाली जगमीत भाई टेंशन मत लो मतलब माना कि हूं मैं मतलब चू हूं बट इतना बड़ा वाला भी नहीं हूं पता है अपने को थोड़ा अपने को भी अपना लिमिट पता है मतलब ऐसा लगता होगा जिस तरीके से बात करता हूं कि नहीं पता बट पता है भाई
PG-13 stream.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली हम लोग भी थोड़ा my niece and all will also potentially be seeing this 15 years down the line I cannot possibly be doing this so don't worry इतना बहन की नजर से ही बोल रहा हूँ जैसे भाई को भाई की नजर से बोलता हूँ और कुछ मतलब है नहीं उसमें truly agree with Akshay bhai here S Meghna should drink water it would help the team more यार प्रियांशु यार मैंने तो ये बोला भी नहीं मेरा नाम भी डाल दिया इसमें
ओह चलो यार गुस्सा मच रहा है
अरे
Great stuff.
फील्डिंग भी कर रहे हैं लोग वाह ये भी हो सकता है
स्मृति ने बचाया
Akshay looks like Karaminati, also very aware like Arnab. ये backhanded compliment है कि backhanded insult पता नहीं, but we just take them as they come.
Karaminati.
Will the previous WPL record of 223 be breached today? Fun fact, it was also scored against. ये fun fact नहीं है, ये known fact है. RCB ही है जो दे सकता है. Oh boy, only a divine can save us today, says the RCB guy. Spoken like his handle. No one else. Only RCB fans right now would be like, हाँ नहीं यार, डिवाइन मार देगी तो है चांस है. 14 ओवर में 150 हुआ तो क्या हुआ? डिवाइन है ना अपने पास, वो मार सकती है, मार सकती है. But again, in all fairness, if there's one unit that's done far worse than Gujarat Giants, अरे भाई यार ये क्या गंदा बॉल. ओहो
Just a single, but yeah.
एकदम ही घटिया बॉल. मतलब क्या बोले इसको? RCB doesn't want to take any free lunches, hence might have decided to give back number 2 position to MI. Like they say in economics, there isn't any free lunch, my man. So yeah, but oh, good ball finally. Like I was saying earlier, if there's one unit that's been even more worse than Gujarat Giants batting this time in this season, it's been the Gujarat Giants bowling unit. So you just have to be hopeful. इतना खराब बोल के ओह बट आज शबनम शकील खेल रही है तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना आज उसी का दिन है न्यू बॉल के साथ स्मृति को डालेगी फिर डिवाइन आएगी वो भी 3 बॉल में आउट यही होने वाला है अपना यही है अपना यही लिखा है
रिवर्स जिंक्स
वो जो बोल रहा है
आज कोई जिता सकती है ना तो स्मृति अच्छा खेलेगी उसके बाद पेरी अच्छा खेलेगी वापस
रिचा also
रिचा
let us see but again guys you can predict as much as you want but अरे यार ये क्या तुम यार
बचा चलो कुछ तो किया
या खुदा
इधर 4 भाग लिया कितना भागा
नो बॉल है ये मेरे ख्याल से अच्छा वो फ्रंट फुट पे थी तो नो बॉल भी नहीं दे सकते
yeah they ran a 2
yeah a short ball or a waist high full toss not the kind of over Georgia Warren would have wanted to bowl are they still checking oh they're checking the fielding effort
it's just the foot yeah
No worries.
Safe.
Guys, you can predict all you want, but by the end of the 15th over, which is now, so before the next ball is bowled, before the first ball of the 16th over is bowled, you can predict all you want, but only a final prediction will be considered. So if you predict 3 times, whatever your score is, whatever your prediction is, the third time is what would be considered. Not all your predictions will be eligible. So make sure, because I see a couple of people predicting twice or thrice. So your second or third prediction in that case would be considered. So Jagmeet Bhai, in your case, 218 is what would be considered. Tushar Singh, there is hope for RCB as long as they manage to restrict GG below 210. Shot, yaar. First 6. Yep, it is. Absolutely crunched it. Wait, is this the first 6 of the game? I don't think I've seen a 6 so far. Let us just check that as well. It is the first 6 of the game. Wow. 15 ओवर में 155 बनाए बिना एक छक्के के. बताओ.
All good grounded strokes, all boundaries only.
और टट्टी bowling वो भी आप ऐड करना भूल गए लगता है. तो वो भी बता सकते.
Straight to the RCB dugout.
हाँ. Last time कार तोड़ा था ना. चमाइला अभी दिखाते थे को ऐसा मुंबई.
Did it hurt someone?
Yeah, it's somebody.
RX Murli, the batting coach, RCB's batting coach, being given a tight slap. ये करना अभी सेकंड इनिंग्स में करके दिखा रही है.
Akshay is talking like those keyboard warriors जो ऐसे comment करते हैं ना, like अरे slap to the coach.
Yes, that's another 4. Brilliant.
Oh, चलो बचा लिया.
Oh my goodness. Stop the press. Renuka Thakur has stopped the boundary. Oh my goodness. What did we just see?
Gun fielder.
Oh my god.
Fielder, yaar, gun. गुजरात जायंट्स के cheerleaders are so clueless. अरे हमारी टीम अच्छी कर रही है, ऐसा भी खेल सकते हैं लोग. I just hope now यार, मेरे को पता है जैसे नेहा ने कीबोर्ड वॉरियर्स बोला ना, 100% there will be people on Twitter going, सिमरन को अब तक बॉलिंग क्यों नहीं दी, उसको भी तो बॉल देते थे, हर कोई तो मार खा रहा था, सिमरन कितना ही बुरा कर ली थी, सिमरन को भी बॉल देते. नेहा ना व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
तो यार क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
अरे यार ये 10-12 जो दे रहे हो 24-25 देगी फिर क्या प्रॉब्लम है? कम से कम 210 के नीचे रखना है. 223 का रिकॉर्ड तोड़वाना नहीं है वहां पे.
आज बॉल देते तो it might have been a massacre only. Is that a no ball? Was that like
no. Again, she's come down the track. So if she keeps stepping down the track, it won't help her case. बाकी सब ठीक है. गुजरात जायंट्स से कौन हारता है? यू मीन says अभी. चलो कोई नहीं. I mean RCB को भी ट्रोल किए थे लास्ट टाइम. यूपी वॉरियर्स
वापस से वैसे ही हो रहा है क्या यार? इतना मैच like toss dependent.
This has been very, very, very ordinary bowling.
Yeah,
and
true that.
even more ordinary fielding to add to that. ओहो, ये तो भाई ये आंख बंद करके बल्ला घुमा रही है और ये लोग स्लॉट में बॉल दे रहे हैं. बताओ, स्लॉट में बॉल दे रहे हैं. Oh man, this is
painful to watch.
Very poor, very, very, very poor. Bad balls are not being put away. Instead, the good. है? ये कौन सा क्रिकेट मैच देख रहे हो शुभम भाई? कौन सा गुड बॉल था जो हम मतलब मैंने तो एक भी अब तक गुड बॉल तो देखा नहीं है. ओवर पिच देखा, लॉन्ग हॉप देखा, फुल टॉस देखा, वेस्ट हाई फुल टॉस देखा, एक आध तो सर पे लगने वाली बॉल देखी, बट ये गुड बॉल तो देखा नहीं यार. ये क्या चीज है? गुड बॉल नामक चीज देखिए नेहा आपने आज के इनिंग्स में.
Not yet.
If anyone doesn't know about Akshay, they might think he's an ardent GG fan in the last few minutes. ये देखा हमारे एक्टिंग स्किल्स, मतलब इसीलिए तो हम this is my audition संजय. मैं बॉलीवुड में घुस रहा हूँ ना, तो ये सब उसी का है. अच्छा है. Oh, nicely done, Giants Slayer. Nicely done. I don't know if either of you understood. Renuka proving why hands are of no use to a Thakur. Brilliant, brilliant.
Nice,
brilliant.
amazing. Yeah.
शाबाश Giants Slayer. Like अगर मेरे बस में होता तो आपको वाउचर सिर्फ ये जोक के लिए मिलता. बेस्ट जोक ऑफ द डे, hands down. Brilliant. क्यों? Why इतना बिस्ट? क्या देखा पहले 2 ओवर में जो उसको तीसरा ओवर देने का डिसाइड किया? ओ बाप रे यार.
This is the 24th 4 that Gujarat has hit. My God, they've
Could
just
possibly be a record already. Again, Shaunak,
Stats
producer
man.
saab, please let us know 2 things. Not 2 things. First, highest boundaries ever hit in an innings, and why is it 24 against RCB by the Gujarat Giants? Because it really looks like it. खत्म, टाटा, बाय बाय says नानी को. Completely agree with you there. क्या खेले यार,
वो तो
क्या
मुझे पता
खेले.
ही नहीं था कि हम लोग इंस्टाग्राम पे भी
That's
लाइव.
gone. That should be gone, right? Oh, बैट है क्या फिर? शायद बैट लग रहा है मेरे को. अगर बैट नहीं है तो that seemed plum. देखना पड़े. अरे लेग बाय दिया, अरे लो. हाँ.
They took the review, yeah.
एंड यार अंपायर भी कितना बड़ा, आई मीन सॉरी गधा बोलना नहीं चाहिए बट बोलूंगा जरूर, कितना बड़ा गधा है. हाउ कैन ही सिग्नल इट अ लेग बाय बिफोर दे डिसाइडेड वेदर दे वांट टू टेक अ रिव्यू और नॉट? आरंट दे सपोज्ड टू वेट? क्या यार पता नहीं. किस्मत भी आज जीजी का साथ देते हुए क्या बोले आज. नहीं यार, दिस आई डिसएग्री. कुछ किस्मत है ही नहीं. हमने घटिया बॉलिंग घटिया फील्डिंग किया है बस. क्या लगता है शोमी, एनी किस्मत का खेल यहाँ पे दैट वी सॉर्ट ऑफ
No,
मिस्ड
no,
आउट
no,
ऑन?
nothing.
अरे क्लीन बैट अंधा भाई यार.
Again, I think a review taken out of
Of
desperation.
desperation.
नो
Yeah.
नो, बट इन ऑल फेयरनेस वो गधे ने लेग बाय दिया ना वहां पे, उसके चक्कर में लिया. ये प्लम था.
Gadhe ne, it seems.
सॉरी बट
Yeah.
the irony is this will still be considered a leg by. तो फायदा कुछ हुआ नहीं क्योंकि डिसीजन लेग बाय था. Oh, they didn't run क्या? Okay, they did not run.
They didn't.
Okay, my bad. Nice pose, umpire. Why is Ekta Bish trying to bowl fast?
Oh,
This no bat है. It's straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. I think this is bat. Don't review. They've reviewed.
Why is Priti not consulting anyone? Richa se baat karo, bhai.
Consulting. रिचा
रिचा
और
ने बोला.
एकता दोनों को कॉन्फिडेंट, दोनों कॉन्फिडेंट है कि बैट है.
अंपायर भी हंस रहा है यार हम पे.
हंसेगा ही ना, ये बैट है.
वो बोल रही है बैट है ना. एकता बोल रही है
कौन?
बैट है ना. एकता.
Oh.
अरे नहीं यार, एकता रिचा दोनों बोले कि रिव्यू लो. हाँ देखो, एकता लाइक मुझे लगा आउट है. I at least read that sentence. She said मुझे लगा आउट. Yeah. For more such lip reading services, contact Akshay Kumar Swami.
No, नहीं है बैट यार.
Oh,
Pitching
Akshay, it might
outside
be
leg
much
है.
closer.
Pitching, hitting है but pitching
Oh,
outside
yeah,
leg लग
yeah.
रहा है.
Umpires.
Umpires call है क्या? Pitching मेरे को outside leg ही लग रहा है.
अरे I'll try.
चलो कम से कम या आरसीबी डेफिनेटली आरसीबीइंग हियर. ओह वेल आउटसाइड leg यार. अंपायर्स कॉल भी नहीं. बाप रे यार, कहाँ.
Another review gone.
I think that's the least of that should be the least of RCB's concerns here.
Right now, yeah.
But Phoebe Litchfield still being scratchy as ever, which is working in RCB's favor. By the way, fun stat, since 2023, the beginning of 2023, in the 23 women's T20s that Phoebe Litchfield has played, T20s that Phoebe Litchfield has played, she's gotten out in the first 10 balls 8 times. Is that a 4 now? No, that is.
Nah.
Good over, only 6 runs. यार ball अच्छा over खत्म. हाँ चलो नसीब. After that first boundary मुझे लगा 24 रन आ जाएंगे इस ओवर से. आए नहीं. Can panel make predictions on Meghna score and strike rate? पहले ये innings तो खत्म होने दो भाई, फिर देखते हैं कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. Smriti making sure she's never considered captaincy candidate in the future. यार reviews को captain के against तो डालो मत यार. मतलब she can only depend on the bowler and the keeper. Like they are the two primary sort of sources of truth. If I have to be honest, like especially when you're fielding at cover, it's very hard for you to gauge कि क्या चल रहा है, वो wicket को लगेगा कि नहीं and all of that. So I mean, you can criticize her for a million things, and I'd be with you on that, but not this, not reviews and all of that. So let's wait. 30 of 30 is what Miku thinks Meghna will make. भाई अगर आज एस मेघना ने ओपन किया तो भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम बंद कर देना. आप भी आराम करो और हम भी. यार प्रियांशु बताओ यार क्या बोले अभी. ऐसे अगर बोलोगे तो फिर क्या ही बोले. Oh, it's Renuka Thakur. Oh, not bad. She bowled one in the block hole. अरे फेंक मत. गधी मतलब कौन है ये? सिमरन ही होगी या आशा है? कौन है दोनों में से एक?
Biased.
कैप्टन.
Yeah, it was Smriti, dude.
ऑरेंज टोपी पहन के क्या अपने आप को क्या समझ रही थी यार?
अरे उसका what is the relation?
Now that's the most I can say without crossing the line. तो कहीं कुछ तो देना पड़ेगा ना. कहाँ इतना गुस्सा मेरे को. I don't want to bottle my.
अरे
यार.
क्या
Bad
यार
slow.
रेणुका यार, मतलब क्या चल रहा है इसका?
Boundary.
Fog भी नहीं चल रहा बताओ.
Lame joke.
इतने में इतना ही मिलेगा. Why would Gigi send Litchfield and not Gardner given she showed some form last game? Fair point actually. Fair point. ये राज भी के साथ चला गया यार. पता नहीं.
अरे
सिंगल ही है. किसी को फेंकना मत अभी.
I know nearby fielder. क्या Renuka only had to run so far.
क्या करे इतना बाउंड्री मारे सबको बाउंड्री के पास रख दिया गली क्रिकेट की तरह. आधे इधर जाओ आधे उधर जाओ. बाकी का देखते हैं क्या होता है. 76 of 45, 15 balls to go in the innings. Beth Mooney could potentially be eyeing a century here. I mean, for someone who did not have a WPL 50 before this, oh, she's missed this. Is this going to the fielder?
No.
अरे यार इसको यार.
Simran.
क्या बोलना है.
Speechless. The stream just went.
Oh man, no, just a poor effort. I'm really sorry, Simran. I really want to back you. I really liked your energy and all of that. But
Really liked her energy.
she's genuinely been one of those very infectious people, you know, who sort of is. But yeah, क्या फायदा infectious energy का. जा सिमरन जा. तू घर ही जा. जगमीत says अक्षय भाई इस आईपीएल के एंड तक बीपी की प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो जाएगी भाई. रिलैक्स करो थोड़ा यार. इतना खराब बॉलिंग और फील्डिंग करेंगे तो जगमीत भाई आप ही बताओ. जीजी पूनम पांडे फॉलोअर अलाइव ओनली टुडे. इसका मतलब मैं बिल्कुल नहीं समझा. तो ठीक है रहने देते हैं भाई. जीजी ने जीएम दे फुल फॉर्म टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस अप्लाइड. I don't think I understood, but okay. RC, exactly. This is something we've spoken about before as well. Like, if anything, good on the RCB management for having the foresight. उनको पता है अप्रैल और मई का महीना इतना ट्रॉमेटिक होता है. So they need to, you know, sort of vaccinate RCB fans, if you get what I'm saying. तो immunity कैसे build करते हो? तो पता है ना how vaccination works. पहले virus inject करते हो ताकि your body gets used to it, develops antibodies. तो वैसे ही this is their version of vaccinating us. Good ball, yaar. This is what I was talking about.
What a shot. That is like...
I mean, good on her for digging it out, but very good ball. This very good ball.
Went wrong, yeah.
Yeah, very good ball. And Phoebe's again a class act when it comes to the reverse sweeps and switch hits.
Yeah,
like, just look at the control she had even while digging it out. So kudos to her as well. Beth Mooney has decided कि अभी छोड़ो यार. 100 ना ही सही. अब तो मैं फ्रंट फुट पे आके मारने जाऊंगी. 200 तो बन रहा है बताओ.
Easily.
क्या 220 बननी चाहिए कायदे से बताएं तो यहाँ से.
What
10
is
बॉल
your
बचा.
prediction, Akshay, for the first innings total?
10 बॉल में मेरे हिसाब से 28-30 रन तो बनेंगे. लास्ट ओवर आई एम गेसिंग विल बी बोल्ड बाय सोफी मॉलिन्यू.
I thought you'd say Renuka. No, Renuka is anyways done. Bowled out.
हाँ 220. 28 runs. Short 4.
Is there a chance?
Out. Bad throw. Very bad throw. Thank God. Like the running was even worse. That's the only thing that helped. Well played. Respect. Recovered from a terrible Renuka. 4 over 34 runs. Absolute star. Our only bowler. भाई साहब बताओ. 0 for 34 को भी हम लोग इतना बड़ा चढ़ा के बोलने लगे. ऐसे दिन आ गए बताओ. क्या जोसेफ यार. मतलब आप ही बोलो. Out.
Litchfield gone.
भाई 2 विकेट गए, दोनों रन आउट. क्या बोले यार. क्या करोगे ऐसे बॉलर्स लेके. सजा के रखोगे.
Playoffs में it's going to be a nightmare if we end up going.
क्या करेंगे यार. ये सच में दिल्ली में ही तो मैच होगा ना. ऐसा नहीं तो नहीं कि यहाँ से निकाल के कहीं और ले जाएंगे मैच. इसी में खेलना पड़ेगा. यही कंडीशन रहेंगी.
A guy from the crowd shouting bye and going out. क्या बोले.
That
But why
fan is
are
Akshay.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't go out though. I would still watch. I'm live जब चल रहा है तो देख लेंगे, पूरा देख लेंगे. But एक बार हार गए ना, उसके बाद हाइलाइट्स तो लाइफ में कभी नहीं देख रहे. तो इसीलिए लाइव में पूरा देख लो एक बार. जो भी ट्रॉमा है सब सह लो, ताकि बाद में फिर उसको you don't have to relive it ever again. Just breathe through it. भाई बीसीसीआई ने हम लोग के लिए वार्म अप का इंतजाम कर दिया है. वाह वाह भाई, 9 बॉल बचा है. They won't get 200. Oh my goodness. What do you think? What are the odds, Soumi? Probability अगर बताना था, what are the odds of Gujarat not ending up at 200 from here?
Oh man.
Oh, Simran!
पकड़ लिया.
Finally.
And Ashley Gardner gets out to a leg spinner yet another time. Yet another time. Something we've spoken about time and time again about her very, very, very poor matchup against leg spinners. Even the last time they played RCB, Georgia Warren was the one who picked her wicket. Once again being the case. Okay. Chalo, finally a wicket to a bowler. So show me at least वो तो निकल गया.
यार ऐसे तो नहीं होगा, मतलब अब तो 192.
मतलब 8 बॉल में 7 रन, 8 बॉल में 8 रन भी नहीं बनेंगे बिकॉज बिलो 200. अगर यहाँ से if they don't go in excess of 200, it'll take a massive effort. Like,
I mean, either case, it's going to be a tricky one for RCB to chase down, right? With the way the conditions are going. But I think they can really capitalize on Gigi's bowling. No? It hasn't been that great. Depleted pace attack. Meghna Singh did come good in that other game, but if she gets her lengths wrong, yeah.
Not so much she coming good than Delhi being very generous in gifting. अबे चलो मुझे एक सेकंड के लिए लगा नो बॉल. सच्ची में नो बॉल. But just one more thing. To be honest, I don't think the surface has slowed down that much because कितना था 6 over 59 फिर 6 over 65. That's one. अरे wide था फिर से डॉट बॉल. चलो अच्छा है.
Yeah.
124, which means they've scored 69 runs in 18.5 in the last 7 overs. So 70, मतलब 10 रन के औसत के साथ तो खेले अभी भी. तो ठीक है यार, मतलब थोड़ा अभी क्या, अभी ऑप्टिमिज्म ही बचा. अभी जो भी अभी इतना कितना अभी और कितना. अरे यार Georgia, I understand what you're trying to do, but don't. She's clearly going to let the ball go past her. Just bowl one of your Yorkers, na, khatam. Giants player saying there's no passion, there's no commitment needed from you guys to pay tribute to. Much better.
But who's the OG rant man?
OG Rantman, I'm guessing he's that football guy. I'm guessing. Do let us know, Giants player, who are you referring to? There's this football Chelsea fan or Arsenal fan, or is he a City fan? I don't know. He's one of the blue jersey teams fan, so it can't be Arsenal. It's probably Chelsea or City, and he keeps ranting a lot. At least that's what I'm thinking. Chelsea fan. My producer confirms it. Thank you so much. If Gigi is performing well, shame. यार गाली देना है तो गाली दे दो. ये शेम पपी शेम क्या भांजी नहीं है यहाँ पे. PG 13 है, PG 3 नहीं. इतना बस आप थोड़ा और खुल के बात कर सकते हो. Chelsea Rantman, thank you so much.
आज का लाइव इज अ वाइब.
सच्ची में प्रॉपर वाइब. Chasing 200 plus Meghna should bad after Sophie Molyneux tuk will never win. Yeah boy. बस डॉट बॉल्स खिलाते रहो बस. चलो कुछ अबे इतना विकेट को चीयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट गुड डॉट बॉल एंड इंपॉर्टेंटली Mooney is also off strike. Very good ball.
I'm cheering for Richa yaar.
It's finally a wicket that's not a run out. No, I mean a stumping, but still.
No, but excellent keeping. Agree with Soumi because this was the quicker one.
किसी के नाम के अगेंस्ट एक विकेट आया भाई. स्कोरवर्ड सोच.
अरे वॉरम ने लिया ना लास्ट विकेट. Ashley Gardner.
Right.
Simran took a catch. Simran, yeah.
But excellent keeping this from Richa Ghosh because it was a quicker one, so very little time for her to react. So not only did she have to hold it, she also had to strike the stumps. So very, very, very well done. This is stupidity. Completely agree. See, I was happy. Last ball में Hemlata, why did they take the single? God knows. मतलब why would they do that? Exactly. That was a bit stupid on their part. अरे जीजी के वायात घटिया बैटर्स आज भी सेंचुरी देखने को नहीं मिलेगा. बाप रे मेरे को यार, आप तो अलग रैंट पे घुस गए. मतलब 84 मारा है फिर भी वाहियात. बताओ. What pitch is this, man? Playoff and final here. Shabash. Even the 1 in a million chance that RCB has to win will be gone because of this murderous pitch. Ek to yaar, this is just the second game at this venue. So do remember, even Bangalore made the first two games were relatively higher scoring. I'm not saying it was high scoring or anything. Arey yaar, itna ghatiya ball. Chalo, koi nahi,
both
koi nahi.
balls Veda just couldn't get under it, man.
But this again, मतलब it is a bit tricky ना जब बैंड में आते हो और सीधा मारने का आपको बोला जाता है. So that is a bit tricky. So I wouldn't hold that against her. Veda, the finisher, says.
But this is sad, really. मतलब इस स्टेज से अगर उसको सेंचुरी ना मिले, this only Gigi can do.
यार यहाँ से सेंचुरी मारने के लिए उसको 3 छक्के मारने, प्लीज ऐसा तो मत करो यार.
अरे यहाँ से नहीं ब्रो, यहाँ से नहीं. जिस स्टेज पे थी Gigi, I mean the kind of where they were,
partnership with Laura and everything, yeah, it should have materialized into 100.
Should have been a century today.
But again, to be honest, if you were in the Gigi dugout, what would you be more? What would you want more, a century or a win? Better bowling. Oh wait, tell me there's a sweeper cover. No. दो है. ठीक है. Honestly, fam, in the GG management, I'd release Gardner. The partnership just isn't working. Could bolster their bowling with that money.
Yeah.
Something we'd spoken about, I had at least mentioned earlier, they actually should let go of Gardner. Also look to buy her back. Because I don't think she'll go for 3.2 crores if she enters the auction again. So it wouldn't be the worst of ideas. Good bowling. Shabash! Run out!
That's out.
Excellent.
Brilliant stumping. Wow. Yeah.
यार रिचा गजब इतना टट्टी फील्डिंग के बाद कीपिंग इतना अच्छा देखने को मिलता है. चलो मतलब whatever solace you can make of it, but GG back to GGing days, I guess. Excellent relay that. Very well done. Very bad throw. एकता नहीं. चेयर तो कुछ
कितना गंदा किससे कौन ऐसे थ्रो करता है
वो. Arey, the last run out was also very poor throw. Phoebe Litchfield got the one that Smriti threw.
Yeah.
Two bad throws.
Slowly jump high to,
Exactly.
True.
Very happy that Mooney's 100k chances are whatever. Goddess Meghna will be the first century. The fingers crossed. यार इस पे क्यों चेक कर रहे हैं लोग? Oh man, इस पे क्या चेक करना है तुम लोगों को? Oh बाप रे यार. एक शाना दूसरा अंधे में काना. बताओ. Abhas Konde meanwhile saying, when RCB lost to MI, Mufa tweeted massive trouble for RCB. Someone replied that pin the speed for the next 2 months. Fair point यार. Fair point. बात तो सही है. मेरी मानो तो 2 महीने क्या पूरा पिन कर दो. लाइफ टाइम. साल भर. एंगेजमेंट मिलता रहेगा. टीम इंडिया से ज्यादा आरसीबी को ही एंगेजमेंट मिलता है. तो इसीलिए. Question is, will RCB pull off in RCB? I don't know if this is do you mean can they pull this chase off, or do you mean will RCB get bundled out for like 50-60? Because both
49. You should have said 49,
RCB is capable of both. Exactly. Bowling,
yaar.
No to pink. Oh, she's अबे यार
कहाँ फेंका?
गलत एंड पे था, but she slipped, so no run anyways. Wow, guys, they've actually restricted them to within 200. Oh, this is hilarious.
What an effort.
And they finally have a winner.
But that's a huge psychological advantage, guys. That's a huge
Who's the winner?
Advantage.
Nani Code 4, congratulations for correctly predicting 199.
Let's go.
We finally have a winner. Congratulations, Nani. Do get in touch with us. DM us on Twitter and we'll do the needful. Congratulations. Happy to finally see a winner there. And we will be talking about that and lots more, of course. But super congratulations, Nani. Glad that we finally got a winner. And what a match we've seen so far. What a first innings we've seen so far. And we are to go by what we saw in the first innings. We can only hope that RCB's Smriti Mandanaili, Sperry Sophie, Divine, Richa Ghosh all also sort of get into the act. We get to see a lot more boundaries and it'll be great fun for sure. Fingers crossed that happens. If not, like Vasant says, if Smriti's out early, game over. Akshay, agree or disagree? I want to believe RCB has a bit more batting than that, but it would sort of, their chances would be hugely dented if Smriti gets out early because she's been their in-form batter. She is the current orange cap holder. She's scored 219 runs for them, is fresh off of a fantastic 50 ball 80 against the UP Warriors. So she would be sort of, smacking her lips and eyeing the Gujarat Giants bowlers and will want to sort of come good. And again, in case you forgot, her first decent knock in WPL history came against the Gujarat Giants in the last encounter where she scored that 27 ball 43. So yeah, I mean, we can only be hopeful that they do well. But yeah, completely agree with this point. It has been a decent comeback-ish from RCB. Only 44 runs conceded in the last 5 overs. What needs to be looked at is how much of it is due to the surface itself is slowing down. How much of it is due to Gujarat Giants batters trying to sort of throw the kitchen sink at all the bowlers? How much of it has to do with Richa Ghosh's excellent keeping? 2 runouts, one stumping. She's been top notch, practically top notch behind the wickets there. Kudos to her, man. Kudos to her. She single handedly stopped, I would say, 15 to 20 runs, if not more. But, anyways, let's talk about what we saw in terms of the innings today. Show me, best batter today has to be Beth Mooney, right? Like, just walk us through what we saw today.
I think yes, incredible batting, and she started the onslaught and kind of took it ahead. And brilliant opening partnership. I mean, of course, RCB did put up all the weaponaries for this to flourish with those poor fielding attempts. But yeah, all kudos to Beth Mooney for really pulling this off.
And Neha, what do you make of that? I mean, just a solitary 6, but 12 boundaries, 12 fours, just 51 balls for her 85. Practically looked flawless, chanceless, if I might say. Like, no chances given, no drop catches, no missed opportunities, none of that. She looked the Beth Mooney that we'd seen, against India in the series, in the India-Australia series, in the WBBL. So, do you think this is sort of maybe signs of things to come in terms of Beth Mooney and Gujarat Giants?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is vintage Beth Mooney stuff, right? In franchisee cricket, even when she's playing for Australia, she's just, like notches apart from all the other batters. Today, although we had Laura Wolfhard kind of play that aggressive role, Beth Mooney was taking the second fiddle, but, the way she came into her and kind of stitched this knock, right? 12 fours and just that solitary 6, brilliant. Strike rate was really good, and this is the kind of knock you want to see from the Gujarat skipper, right? Considering she's been under fire for the way her team has been performing and everything. Now, her leading from the front has, really made the difference, and great stuff to see. Honestly, we were all like, waiting for a Beth Mooney knock to finally happen. And unfortunately had to happen versus RCB, but great signs for Gujarat. And I think this gives them a brilliant total to defend against RCB and match on, I guess.
Match on for sure there. But show me again, if we look at the start and the way the openers sort of went about their business against RCB, Laura Wolfhard, I mean, what a fantastic knock from her as well, right? I know that Beth Mooney was the highest run scorer, but make no mistake, Laura herself came up with just as chanceless a knock, if not more. Yeah. Like, between the two, how would you look at that? How would you gauge the two knocks? Because like Neha mentioned, Laura actually started off aggressively, started off strongly, and that allowed Beth Mooney to sort of play herself into the game, just knock it around and not take any risks early on. Do you think that sort of really went a long way in helping Beth Mooney, get into her rhythm and then sort of, score those boundaries for fun later on?
Precisely, yes. I mean, both definitely Laura started the attack, and then of course the opening partnership of what was the runs? How many runs were those? 140. 140, right? Yeah. So I think that speaks for itself, and now it's up to RCB to kind of try and replicate at least some part of it if we have to be in the game to an extent. I'm not sure. I mean, of course, looking at what has happened yesterday to Mumbai, let's just only wish for the best.
Yeah, that's for sure. But anyways, talking about the summary, Neha, if you could walk us through what we saw, the kind of carnage we saw in the first innings. I mean, please, I can't even bear this right now.
Yeah, I mean, Gujarat, batting first got this massive total of 199 for 5. I mean, of course, led by their openers, Beth Mooney and Laura Wolfhard. I think today, again, we got to see a brilliant knock from Laura as well, right? Although we had Beth Mooney, get more runs. But Laura really gave that initial flurry of boundaries and runs. I think the first 4 that Laura hit, her, left hand came off the handle and you were like, "Arey, thoda tentative lag raha hai." But then, the kind of boundary she was getting, brilliant. And I think that partnership really augured well for Gujarat. Like, if you look at the scorecard, it was largely their openers doing the damage and, getting those runs. So yeah, fantastic knocks, and I think this is the kind of performance that Gujarat would actually be proud of. You know, they go to lose, at least they're like, "Ha, try to kiya na." So at least that would be a big takeaway. But also, you know, just looking at RCB's bowling, I think they were just all over the place. No one really, came to the party and kind of delivered. RCB's fielding was like very, very dismal, and a lot of boundaries just conceded. Although, you know, we did see a couple of runouts and everything. We were hoping, you know, bowlers could actually get some wickets. But due credit to Gujarat, man, the way they batted, they absolutely dominated the proceedings. They would probably, rue at the fact that, you know, they could have gotten like a 200, like 15 or 220. Nevertheless, 200 is still great. Gives their bowlers something to bowl at, because when you observe Gujarat through the tournament, I think their bowling has been a matter of concern, right? Their pace attack is like pretty very depleted, and spinners also are not, as recognized or uh, as good as probably like UP Warriors or so. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting contest to watch out for.
I just have one
100%.
point there. I mean, I agree that RCB was all over the place today, but right after the 15th over, I think they did pull back the game, especially in the 19th and the 20th, with those couple of wickets in both the overs. I think they did pull the game back, because at a point of time, definitely 220 was absolutely possible, and from there to get them below a 200. I mean, I think 200, as long as it's a 200, you still know that somewhere you are in the game. As soon as it goes up above a 210, 215, it's just a lost cause right from the word go, right? So, of course, huge ups to Gujarat, and definitely RCB was all over the place, but great effort to pull it back absolutely at the death over, uh, which has been a point of concern for RCB for such a long time. Also, given the fact that today, even when the fielding was happening, I mean, those couple of boundaries that had gone, of course, poor fielding, but also it looked like the outfield was pretty good. So, and hopefully, if it stays like the way Akshay was talking about, that the wicket doesn't seem to be deteriorating, and couple of good partnerships, 200 is never out of the cards for any team.
100%. And what'll be very interesting to see is how do both sides sort of look at this before the second inning starts, because in some sense both teams will not be too unhappy, because of course Gujarat Giants will be happy, they have a total of 200 to defend, and most teams will be happy trying to do that. It gives them that cushion of, even if they err in their lines and lengths early on, they can always come back, because RCB will have to keep attacking the bowlers to ensure they remain in the game. They cannot sort of slack off. On the other hand, RCB could potentially be happy with the fact that they've actually sucked the momentum of Gujarat Giants innings towards the latter half, which means they are going into the dressing room feeling ki boss, you know what, we've actually sort of controlled, we've actually managed to sort of, end the innings on a high. So again, so in that sense, maybe they would want to take that into their stride and sort of come good. Well, of course, remains to be seen how they go about it. We will be talking about the second innings and what to expect. But before that, of course, like Dhruv Mitra has mentioned, please, please, please make sure you're hitting the like stream and make sure we reach 50 likes. All of you watching on Twitter as well, just a small request, please. It would do us a world of good if you guys could sort of hop on YouTube, do comment, do interact with us, do engage with us. We'd be more than happy to take in your comments and discuss and talk about cricket and the game with you. So please make sure you can also sort of hop on and give us a like there. And of course, like Dhruv has gone on to mention, it would definitely boost the three of us, and it would 100% keep us energetic, and definitely would sort of help us stay motivated and hope, RCB can potentially pull this off. But either ways, we hope that this turns out to be an entertaining game, a game that goes on till the 20th over. We do not want to watch a one-sided encounter, especially when it's RCB on the receiving end. So that's for sure. 100%. Thank you so much, Dhruv. You're doing God's work. Thank you so much. You're also doing our work in some sense. So great to have people like you. Great to have viewers like you. Again, that's what keeps us motivated. Thank you so much once again. Shabnam Shakil there warming up. We see S. Meghna also sort of, all padded up with the gloves in her hands. Smriti as well. There's Elise Perry, Neha, S. Meghna, and Smriti opening. Happy with it, especially now that, we are chasing 200. What do you make of that? Do you still think S. Meghna is sort of our best bet when it comes to opening?
Yeah, I mean, it's more like, where do I slot her in? Does she come in the middle order? That may not really, work well. So in this case, let's see what she can do. If she can go all out on the spinners and everything. That's, based on the kind of bowling that Gujarat wants to unleash in the power play. So yeah, let's see how S. Meghna can make the most in that power play. And if she can't, you still have batters coming in, in the form of Sophie Devine. You have Elise Perry, Richa Ghosh, and all the others. So yeah, I mean, it may not be a bad move to have her open, but I really, really hope if she can get those easy singles and try to convert them to twos instead of just piling on the dots, because that may not really work well for her. But I'm hoping Smriti plays the role of the aggressor. I mean, if we have seen any indication of how she's been going right the past two games, fingers crossed for a big, big knock from her. So this way, Esmega can take her time to settle in and then unleash and just go all out. Yeah.
Show me, what about you in terms of Meghna opening? Like, where do you stand when it comes to that? Do you think that's the fair call,
Yes,
that's the right call to
yes,
do, or do you think
absolutely.
Sophie Devine should have started?
Absolutely. I just feel Meghna opening is the right call. We have seen it in the last game, and I mean, just the way you say I mean, her batting doesn't incite that kind of a confidence in us. And of course, I mean, these kind of slogging and this kind of a little bit of a weird hitting here and there does come to a good play when it's when you are trying to score those big runs in a power play. And luck has been by her side, right? I mean, of course, she has not been able to get a lot of runs. I mean, in terms of a strike rate, but she has kind of survived those weird shots. So just make the most of it and let her go right out in the front, play her game. And then we definitely have the batting depth, guys. I mean, what else this team has been built up for? I'm just at the loss of that thought that, I mean, if we don't play bold cricket today, what was the whole thought process going into building that team with that thought process of building up having a good batting depth?
Fair enough. I mean, can't argue with that. Play bold is what the RCB's anthem says. So let's hope they sort of adhere to that. Let's take a few comments while we wait for the second innings to start, of course. 14 wides by RCB, says Sanjay Venkateshwaran. Yeah, Sanjay, to make it worse, 6 of those came in Renuka Singh's first over. If anything, actually, did well to concede only 14 wides after that. So, I mean, I guess I'll have to just look at the glass full way. I'll have to look at it from that glass full perspective. Glass half full perspective, sorry. I feel for S. Meghna, she'll really feel the pressure, 100%. But like, they say, those who thrive under pressure is what makes them, is what separates them from the rest. So fingers crossed that, she is able to separate herself from the rest. There was one more interesting point. Yeah, Sanjay saying, Elise might have her Jack Callis moment, telling RCB that they've restricted them to a less than a par score. If I'm not wrong, he's referring to this case where in 2010, when Jacques Callis was still a part of RCB, he'd, sort of convinced RCB. This was against Punjab, if I'm not wrong. We were chasing 190 at the Chinnaswamy, which was unheard of back in the day. And we did do that. We did chase 190 down. So fingers crossed, we've got, I mean, if there's one batting unit you would want to sort of, trust to chase a total like this, at least on paper, this would definitely be one of those. Sophie Devine, Nilesh Perry, Smriti Mandana in form, Richa Ghosh. So yeah, I mean, yeah, let's hope 100%. Last match, 15 wide, says M. Rajesh. Will another glass be broken? Glass टूटे या ना टूटे, record तोड़ नहीं चाहिए, बताओ. Wah. Oh, thank you so much, Sanjay. I stand corrected. Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. There are two Sanjays. One Sanjay coming in the defense of another. Thank you so much. I thought this was the RCB game. Stand corrected. But who's going to be our Herschel Gibbs? Do you think anyone had a lot of alcohol yesterday night? Let's hope Sophia Devine's had a lot of alcohol. I don't know if you guys understood the context, but either ways, fingers crossed. Smithy goes all guns blazing. They might bring in Gardner, who likes Gardner with leg spin, has similar matchup with off spin. Second.
No. Who like Gardner has Gardner struggles against leg spin, Smriti struggles against off spin. ना तो ऐसा analogy था.
भाई Smriti struggles against off spin था तो सही, but 2024 में तो नहीं रहा है भाई. 2024
touch wood.
Exactly, touch wood, of course. Fingers crossed she'll sort of continue that good form in 2024. 35 balls of Ashley Gardner in the India-Australia series, and she wasn't dismissed. In the WPL, she's not been dismissed by Ashley Gardner. She's not been dismissed by Minnu Mani. In fact, if anything, we've seen how she's actually sort of shown initiative to go and attack spinners from the get-go. Again, बहुत hype कर लिया अभी. Let's see how she gets out first ball.
Yeah, let's bring that vibe back.
Yeah.
Yoga se hoga.
Yes, and opener got out early in that game too. Nikhil bhai, you'll have to just confirm if you're referring to the 4:30 chase. Yeah, that's true. Boita Ditnar got out early to Nathan Bracken, from what I remember, if memory serves me right there. यार यार छोड़ो,
क्यों?
वेट तो करना पड़ेगा.
गैस नहीं मिल रहा है क्या इनको?
नहीं, एक डॉट बॉल दिखती है, अंदर से लगता है 200 चेज कर रहे हैं यार. डॉट बॉल अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते. मेघना का वही है यार, लाइक स्पिन ही मार सकते हो तुम, स्पिन के अगेंस्ट तो डॉट मत करो यार.
अरे यार,
Because I want Smriti to play longer. I don't mind Smriti playing that dot ball because I know she can sort of, recover.
Yeah.
Meghna के साथ वो देखा नहीं उतना. She is not sort of, I haven't seen her score in excess of 120, 130 ever. So that's why.
Yeah.
I think Smriti anchor करेगी थोड़ी देर क्या?
I hope.
मार!
यार, क्या इनको क्या हुआ है?
वही मैं बोला ना, all these shots that Laura hit were right in the gap. This is the problem. Like हम लोग fielder के हाथ में दे रहे हैं भाई, बताओ. Good fielding though there by Veda Krishnamurthy. Just a run from the first over so far. One more ball to go. कहीं से boundary आ जाए तो मजा है. मार! Oi! That just cut right in out of nowhere.
Just a single.
Yeah, but just.
Are contrast this with the kind of start Gujarat got. They were like 13 for no loss, na, in the first over. Renuka ka
13, 12, 13, 6, 14. No, 13, 12, 13, 6, 10, 5. 59 for no loss.
देखो.
This is, we need better power play than GG. Better की बात तो नहीं है. Okay, let's start with your predictions as well. Neha, let's start with you. Vidya says hi. How much do you think should RCB get to? Or, no, prediction nahi karte. How much do you think will RCB get to at the end of the power play? And guys in the comments, you also please sort of, get all chatty and let us know how much you think will RCB end up with at the end of the power play to begin with.
So I think RCB will be like 51, probably at the loss of one wicket. मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा है. Hopefully not Smriti. So yeah, that's my prediction.
Soumi, what about you?
I think I will go with a 49 for no loss.
Catherine Bryce is in.
Yes.
What's your prediction, Akshay, for the power play?
I'm confused between trying to predict how much would they actually end up with and how much do I want them to end up with. So ideally, a good power play would be anywhere between 55 and 60, 55 or 60 for no loss would be the ideal power play where they don't lose any wickets.
Yeah.
Realistically, though, let's see. I mean, I would say 45 for no loss, 45 for one, something like that, there and thereabouts. Oh, Sanjay says 64 for 2. Interesting. Smriti has to stay till the end. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see for sure. यार किसी ने कहा मेघना टुक started. Smriti is 1 of 6, Meghna is 1 of 2. यार मतलब
SS28 यार
थोड़ा माना है आपको मेघना उतना पसंद नहीं, बट इतना एविडेंटली तो मतलब नहीं.
देखो इसे मारा उठपटांग गया लेकिन चौका.
अरे वाह
यार भाई, किसी का किस्मत चमक रहा है उसको यूज तो करते हैं हम.
भाई चमका कुछ नहीं है वैसे तो, बट ठीक है.
Inside edge, but okay.
No, 22 दिया.
Oh, 22.
Excellent in swing. Again, Catherine Bryce has been really good with the no ball. Something we'd spoken of earlier as well. Fair break mein jitna maine dekha tha, she was very good with the new ball. For some reason, Gujarat Giants were reluctant to start her with the new ball. We're finally seeing that, and just look at the kind of movement she's generating. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Meghna looks solid. See, this technique of hers, I'm not sure to what extent will it help against a new ball. Yeah, like, again, पैर ज़्यादा हिलता नहीं है, बैट उसका कहीं like एक भलते ही एंगल से आ रहा है नीचे. Just don't know what to make of it. Like it's like against the moving ball, it will be even more difficult because she seems a lot more handsy.
Lot of dots, यार.
भाई बताओ यार, 11 बॉल बोल कर दिए जिसमें से 10 डॉट बॉल है. I mean, sorry, 9 डॉट बॉल है. 4 22 को भी गिन लो तो 8 डॉट बॉल.
Yeah.
We need a boundary here. They need more than this for sure. आज यूपी वॉरियर्स 20 extras देगी, mark my words.
Wow.
Didn't realize UP Warriors are playing today, Dhruv, but thank you. Get this, yaar. Almighty heave. क्या चल रहा है मेघना यार? अंधा जोन आंख बंद करके तो मत घुमा.
1 and 6, 1 and 6. Both the openers. Very slow start.
अभी
अब जाएगा,
SS98 of course. I told you so वाला moment for S98 कि अब तो ठीक है ना. मेघना भी like वीरो थाई पैड दिया क्या? यार, do you think? I mean, they will probably continue with Ash Gardner once again, right?
Yeah, definitely.
यार यहाँ this is again as good a start as it can get for the Gujarat Giants, especially when they're defending 200. They would want to sort of, create pressure, and what better way of doing that than, bowling 8 dot balls or rather 9 dot balls and conceding just 7 runs. And they've, by the way, gone to Tanuja Kanwar here. Very interesting, especially because the way Ashley Gardner bowled that last ball, which sort of cut right back into Smriti Mandhana. Soumi, do you think they probably should have sort of given her another over?
Sorry,
यार स्मृति, एक सेकंड, सॉरी, मेघना क्या गार्डन में ठहरने आई है क्या? She was gone for all money. Had Bethany collected that, she was just randomly walking outside the crease.
Yeah, very risky, man, very risky.
इसको कोई रोहित शर्मा वाला डायलॉग बुला यार, अगर कोई गार्डन में दिखा तो fill in the blanks. Show me. But yeah, sorry, what do you think?
Sorry, I missed your question altogether.
Ash Gardner, do you think they should have continued with her?
Yeah, of course. I don't know why they moved, but yeah.
Arey yaar, dot.
It's a solid defense. First session of day one, so clearly they want to sort of play the new ball out. Post lunch session में शायद थोड़ा boundaries देखने का मौका मिलेगा अपने को. Oh, shot, yaar! Shot.
That was a great shot.
Connected it. Chalo, fingers crossed, first of many. First six and first boundary, by the way, for RCB. Something that the Gujarat Giants 15 or 16 odd overs. Thankfully, RCB has started off well on that front. छक्का तो आ गया, अभी चौके भी चाहिए, boundaries चाहिए अपने को बस. ध्रुव मित्रा सिंह, मैं अभी thumbnail भी create कर रहा था of UP versus DC for sports with bros. That's why I forget the team. My bad. No worries, Dhruv. होता है, हम सब से होता है, चलता है. But subtle plug-in, congratulations. So, lovely. शाबाश. आराम से कृति 2 छक्के आ गया, अभी सिंगल हो, अभी मेघना को रिस्क लेने दो, अभी मेरे को डर लगने लग चुका है कि ये एक और छक्का मारनी जाएगी और आउट हो जाएगी. Like, this is the problem with being an RCB fan. So many times have we burnt our hands कि 2 छक्के आए नहीं कि बस भाई, इससे ज्यादा aggression नहीं हैंडल होता हमसे. तो
ये ओवर आराम से खेलो और कुछ चाहिए. अरे यार बड़ी मारना ही चाहिए था, ये बॉल तो मारना ही चाहिए था.
अरे
फुल टॉस था.
मिलता हुआ, शाबाश. चलो. Shabash. And why would you give a left-arm spinner an over in the power play against Smriti, especially when Gardner bowled into it? Exactly, Sanjay. That's something even we sort of brought up. Like, even we are not sure what the thought process was here. Again, like, the thing is, you can't even blame Beth Mooney so much because she herself has gone on record saying, "I'm not a good captain. मैं तो captain हूँ भी नहीं. मेरे को पता भी नहीं है मैं क्या करती हूँ." तो अभी क्या हो गया?
But this is no-brainer, dude.
हाँ, ये मतलब पता नहीं. I'm guessing she wanted to bowl Ashley Gardner from the other end. I'm not sure. Again, still does not justify anything.
Yeah.
But क्या अपना Tanuja Kanwar has not gotten any drift so far. Nothing, absolutely. Something Ashley Gardner actually got some. She even got the ball to cut sharply. Yeah, S. Meghna also likes to play that lofted offside drive against left-arm spinners. If she's coming round the wicket, which she is, I'm guessing, यार मेघना एक और छक्का मार दो तो मजा आ जाएगा यार. फ्रंट फुट पे आओ, नहीं आती यार. गधेड़ी बैक फुट पे कोई खेलता है क्या? मतलब ये बॉल in isolation it sounds stupid. I meant that ball. योगेश चौहान सिंह, ये सही है स्मृति. Back to back sixes. Yeah, definitely सही तो है. 17 runs coming of that over. Not a bad one at all for RCB. Taking their score up to 24 for no loss at the end of the third over, which means they still need 176 runs to win of the remaining 17 overs.
देखो आरसीबी के फैन थोड़ी छोटी खुशियों में खुश हो जाया करो.
नहीं. मेघ यार वाह, एक ही कमेंट में दो प्लेयर्स को ट्रोल करते हुए शिवम कंसल, शाबाश. ड्राविड बेचारा सोच रहा है वहां पे कि मेरे को क्यों तोड़ा भाई. मैं तो आराम से धर्मशाला में चिल कर रहा हूँ कि कल किसको खिलाऊं, कल क्या करूं. तुमने यहाँ पे भी डाल दिया, बताओ. ओहो सही. अरे लवली, कनेक्ट तो हो गया. चलो, गैप में है. शाबाश, एक और बाउंड्री. चलो, the thing is, Smriti scoops ना, that's the only unaesthetic part of like batting, so to say. Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
looks very like ऐसा लगता है कि किसी ने उसको ऐसा
Force
2-3
किया है.
मतलब हाँ बोल के कि scoop मारो ऐसा like. So it'll be interesting, but यार ये ओवर स्मिति को ही खेलना पड़ेगा. अगर मेघना के पास गया तो मेघना तो डॉट बॉल ही खेलेंगे अगेंस्ट प्राइस.
Yeah,
वो
yeah.
गैप में है क्या? गैप नहीं, there
नहीं,
is
नहीं.
of course a deep mid wicket.
Even her strike rate against pace is really good, yeah, matlab, Smriti ka. So I think she should hog more of the
Of
strike.
course. I mean, Smriti against pace is what she's good at, so 100%. Look at that, yeah, 242 runs, strike rate of 156.13, a far cry from, the kind of tournament she had last year. So good, that's very good to see. यार, मेघना
घर जा.
उसके पास सिर्फ आउट स्विंगर है. ये मैंने फेयर ब्रेक का हाइलाइट्स देख के मेरे को समझ आ गया था कि इसके पास इन स्विंगर नहीं है. इसने अब तक 9 बॉल डाला है जिसमें 7 इन स्विंगर डाले हैं. 7, 1 नहीं, 2 नहीं, 3 नहीं, एक और. तो क्यों इतना घटिया? प्ले फॉर द इन स्विंगर ना. वेट फॉर द बॉल टू कम. पहले से शफल क्यों करती हो?
उसको पेशेंस नहीं है उसको ना. मतलब बॉल आए तब खेले ऐसा नहीं करती हो. खेल लो भाई. जाए.
But again, this is where I feel like I don't know. Like I wish I could sort of correctly describe, what I feel about her technique and why I think it just doesn't give you confidence. The feet and the maybe feet और hand के बीच में जो coordination होना चाहिए, तो मुझे वो ज्यादा दिखता नहीं है. अभी भी अगर आप देखोगे पैर बहुत shuffle, like she's going there, she's sort of shuffling a lot, but बाकी सब सर भी मतलब I don't think she's entirely moving. Like again, I wish I could describe this better, but I feel I'll only be embarrassing myself the more I talk about it. So let me just let it be. चलो singles तो लेते रहो, and 7 runs coming off it. I would say this is an over Gujarat Giants would take with both hands right now. Meghna putting pressure on Manna, wicket loading, I think, says Shubham. Fair point. Which is why I feel, if anything, Smriti, जब spinner आती है ना, as much as she would love to take the strike rotate karo tab. Let Meghna take the risks against spin. Until and unless it's a long hop or a full toss like she got last over, don't take unnecessary risks against spin. Just rotate the strike. Let Meghna get a few bounties under her belt as well, because she also needs some runs to sort of, get the adrenaline pumping and sort of get into the groove. What do you think, Soumi? Fair point? Or do you think कि नहीं भाई स्मृति अच्छा खेल रही है तो खेलने दो?
नहीं, precisely. I think Smriti at this point of time should not take out.
यार ये मेरा ही पीछे है भाई यार, बताओ.
Damn. That
Who's
was
bowling?
very close. Ash.
Oh. क्या गया कि क्या हुआ?
अरे लग तो close ही रहा है यार, but RCB has gone for the review.
क्या LB? अबे मेरे में अच्छा finally goal है.
LBW, yeah.
Oh, what happened? Like you guys will have to describe.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to see the replay, but
she's trying
Ooh,
to
is
pull.
there-
क्या?
Is there any bat?
No.
पता नहीं मेरे को. No bat. Definitely no bat.
That's ruled out.
Yeah. And angle मैंने देखा नहीं पूरा बॉल, so पता नहीं मेरे को कि क्या सीन. But यार. Of all the games, is like today she decides to get out to an offie. यार nth time तो बोलो मत यार, इस साल में पहली बार हो रहा है शायद से. So come on. I mean, I know we sort of like to box a certain player and all of that, but let's not do this time. She's been good against spin. मैंने बॉल तो देखा नहीं है, तो I'll hold my opinion on what happened here. यार please be sliding down the leg. यार please be sliding down the leg. Please be sliding down the leg. Oh, it's hitting. And we've lost the review along with the wicket. The informed Smriti Mandana has to go. I don't know how much of the blame would people put on Meghna for this, but yeah.
People are already putting, yeah.
But would you call that unfair? Because 9 ball में 2 run मारा उसने power play में यार. Power play में इतना कोई खेलता है ऐसा. Like, which is exactly why I felt they shouldn't have done this. I don't think this was the greatest of ideas.
But Akshay, do you think because S. Meghna is playing in such a conservative manner, Smriti is trying to attack from the other end, and in that pursuit she got out? So it's a ripple effect हो रहा है ना?
Exactly, yeah. That's the point. Like second order effect of having someone like an S. Meghna opening is that the other is basically a batting partner would want to sort of go for those boundaries because दूसरे end से उतने runs नहीं बन रहे. उसने 9 बॉल में अगर 9 भी रन मारे होते ना तो अपना स्कोर अभी 4 ओवर में 48 होता. 38 4 overs.
But
That
going
would have
ahead,
still
if
been good.
RCB wants to replace her as an opener, who do we get? And do we get someone like a Disha, Shubha Satish? कुछ ऐसा सोच रहे हो?
I would go to Indrani Roy. Because from what little I've seen, which is very little, थोड़ा पूनम खेमनार वाला vibes मिल तो रहा था मेरे को. So, and I genuinely loved what I saw of Poonam Khemna. Looked very flexible, very agile at the crease. So definitely, yeah. But यार अभी एलिस पेरी को भी थोड़ा टाइम चाहिए होगा मारने में. Bhai, Meghna should be dropped. She's for ODIs. Probably hand-eye coordination is not good. She's not stable as well while playing the shot. Neither does she have the power like Shefali. Agree with you on all those points. Late cut there, but straight to point. No run. And the thing is, Meghna is not even the quickest between the wickets. भागती भी नहीं. तो फिर मतलब बचा क्या फिर? So this is the concern. Like, this is the concern. Out है भाई, या देखा भाई, देखा. भाई साहब इतने सारे comments.
या ठीक है, चिंता मत करो, अभी भी सोफी डिवाइन है ना.
अरे 5 ओवर में 30 रन बना के थोड़ी ना. अभी भी यार गार्डनर ने 10 बॉल डाला अब तक पावर प्ले में, सिर्फ 1 रन मारा है हमने. Like, you have to force yourself, yaar. I don't think she's bowling probing lines and lengths. यार single तो मारो कम से कम.
No, I think the only thing that Meghna can do is she can take those risky, like, you know, risk ले तो रही है लेकिन जा कहीं नहीं रही है बॉल उसकी. Problem ये है.
Meghna isn't conservative. That's how she plays at still open with Perry. It's not about her. Her being conservative is not in the conventional sense. Ki, you know, she defends. She probably tries to attack, but more often than not, she either gets beaten or hits it straight to the fielder or mistimes the ball. Like the
She has all the intent.
But वो intent runs में convert नहीं होता ना ज़्यादा.
Exactly.
That conversion is very poor. So yeah. Please enable slow mode to prevent messages like this. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. Arre, wow. Kushal himself is, I'm not sure what is slow mode, but producers are, please do check out what is slow mode and help us out. Meghna has 7 letters, same approach. Bhai saab, batao. Like last 2 overs, just 8 runs. So if we remove that 17 run over, we scored only 15 runs in the other 4 overs. Very, very bizarre start. This and Gujarat Giants, I mean, RCB will be kicking themselves in the back because they should have really sort of done better.
Definitely. I mean, the kind of overs Ash Gardner and Catherine Bryce have given, brilliant. I hope again now Tanuja Kanwar is in. Hopefully they can attack her. But in all fairness, the way she has been bowling in the tournament has been good, right? I think she has five or 6 wickets. And yeah.
That's true. Let's see who's coming for the final over. It's Tanuja Kanwar once again. Interestingly, I'm not sure. Again, they could have gone back to Catherine Bryce here, who done well.
Yeah.
So okay, let's see how this goes. Meghna, yaar, 2 for 10. Abhi 2 ball में 2 boundary मार के 12 of 12 तो हो जाओ. यार. Painful, very painful, very painful. Meanwhile, Samish saying, Akshay talking like my gully cricket coach. आपके गली क्रिकेट में कोच भी होता है क्या? वाह, एक कौन सा फैंसी गली क्रिकेट खेल रहा हो? मार! ओ मैन, इतना खराब बॉल भी नहीं मारा यार इसने. ओ बाप रे यार. Long hop, short ball. It might have skidded a bit, but मारो तो सही यार. कुछ तो करो. Man, she's just getting into a shell here. All we can say is let's hope she pulls off a Tewatia from here. Shot, yaar. What a cut. Excellent cut shot. We need a lot more of these if we are to even stay in the hunt. A lot more. भाई ये नहीं करता वो नहीं करता तो बचा क्या? I mean, if you're specifically talking about Meghna तो ज़्यादा कुछ बचा है नहीं वैसे. तो इसीलिए तो बोल रहे हैं कि थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा कि उसका करना क्या. Completely agree with you guys.
कि हमारा हम जो इतने दिनों तक सोचते रहे थे formidable.
Oh my God! What is that running?
Why did they take that single? It was straight to mid wicket. There was no run there. Oh, she collected it. Oh, baapre. Oh, she was gone. She was gone for all money, even if she collected it.
Yeah.
ओ बाप रे, इतना खराब यार, इतना लेट खेल रही हो यार.
Another dot.
3 of 12 at the end of the power play. Exactly the kind of not Gujarat Giants would have wanted, and exactly what RCB would not have wanted from Meghna. But now what do you think, Sophie Molyneux? Yeah, Water. What do you think, Meghna? Where should she come?
I mean, now the more ideal situation for RCB would be that if S. Meghna could just get out, because the rest of the batting.
Retire her out.
अरे वो थोड़ी ना अश्विन करेगी इधर.
अरे उसको थोड़ी करना है, डगआउट से कोई बोल भी तो सकता है चिल्ला चिल्ला के कि हाँ बहन तू आजा, रहने दे.
हाँ, रिटायर्ड हर्ट. हाँ,
हर्ट नहीं, आउट ही कर दो. हम हर्ट हुए यहाँ पे उसका बैटिंग देख
हाँ, वो दैट इज द ओनली वे. आई मीन दैट यू शुड डू. पिछले गेम में भी हमने तो ये बोला था कि उसको हो जाना चाहिए था.
Gully cricket coaches are neighbor uncles, lol. They're like, you should have done this, you should have done that with their belly hanging. Oh, Sachin bhai, yeah, fair enough. I hope I don't have a belly hanging out. That's the only thing I hope. बाकी सब ठीक है. तुम बुढ़ा बुला लो, जो बुला दो. बहुत मेहनत तो लगती है भाई वहाँ पे, इसीलिए. आओ. यार.
अरे यार.
खतरनाक बुरा बॉल. I guess Meghna Singh is here to sort of, how do you put this, like
Balance
क्या
it out.
to balance out what Renuka did in the beginning. So she's like, ठीक है, रेणुका ने आपको इतना दिया तो हम भी थोड़ा देंगे आपको, चलो. But यार चलो यार, we can, RCB should be doing better than this for sure. And people in the comments,
अगर ये स्कोर चेजेबल है तो ये सिर्फ गुजरात के सामने ही चेजेबल है, तो भाई करो कुछ. अरे यार,
in the gap दो तो भागो कम से कम. मेघना नहीं भागी, ये तो सिंगल ही है भाई. ये तो सिंगल ही है. ये तो मेघना तो सपने में भी नहीं भाग रही.
Yeah, they just settled for a single there.
They cannot. Adyan, we've taken your comment. Don't worry. You don't have to this thing. Don't worry. From the first match itself, I've been crying out that she doesn't seem to be a top order batter at all. I don't know what our beloved team has seen in her. She just doesn't have enough release shots. Fair point, yaar. We understand the sentiment. Oh man, again late. She was very late. Very late.
आउट.
Out. भाई इससे भागा भी नहीं जाता यार.
Bro,
खुशी
what
मना.
was that running, man?
This was an easy. And why is this even being sent to the third umpire? Yaar, what is this umpiring? मेघना आप आ जाओ. वेट क्यों कर रहे हो? आपको तो पता होगा ना, क्लीन आउट हो आप.
I thought you meant आजाओ धर्मशाला आजाओ. Like I think some comment says replace
क्या?
Rajat Patidar.
ओ हाँ, शाबाश.
कैसे दौड़ रही है यार, कैसे दौड़ रही है, कोई
आसपास भी
अटेम्प्ट भी नहीं है.
I was just poor.
Meghna gets out, advantage RCB now. If anything, I feel Sophie Devine is getting out early यार. Now pressure उस पे यार. अपने को 13 ओवर में 160 बनाना है. 158 in 13 and a half overs. So Sophie Devine is under immense pressure to sort of start striking from the get-go. If anything, this is going to be very difficult. यार इतना basic, it's not even like it looked dodgy or anything. She collected it cleanly. अगर ये सब ये लोग रिव्यू करने लगे तो फिर बचता क्या? तो फिर हम लोग अंपायर ही क्यों रख रहे हैं फील्ड पे? चन्ने खाने थोड़ी खड़े हैं वहां पे. हम तीनों में से तो कोई सेलिब्रेट तो किया नहीं, बट ठीक है, अगर आप बोलते हो तो मान लेते हैं आपकी बात. Tuk legend got out, sure. It's a win, says Melville, and Abhas also going on to say, yeah, Meghna gets out, advantage RCB now.
Sophie
Not
Devine.
sure, but yeah. It is Sophie Devine, of course. That's true, यार. Even I didn't. I thought कम से कम 13 बॉल में 10, 12, 11 कुछ तो बना देगी यार. भाई क्यों इसको क्यों खेलना है? I again understand those sentiments, but good ball यार. Excellent Yorker this. Excellent Yorker.
Yeah.
But look at this running. Just look at this running. Very lazy.
Even the first run was like slow. देखो पहला रन भी ये स्लो भाग रही है.
The thing is, again, this was actually a very poor throw. Very poor
It
throw.
pitched so many times.
Very. उसके बावजूद वो she wasn't able to make it. यार मेघना भी अच्छा डाल रही है, बताओ यार। एक यॉर्कर, दूसरा भी एक्सट्रीमली फुल बॉल, जो सोफी कुछ ज्यादा कर भी ना पाए। जीजी इतना सेलिब्रेट क्यों कर रहे हैं यार? दे कुड हैव फिनिश्ड दिस मैच बाय ड्रॉपिंग द बॉल ओवर देयर, says संजय। ओ माय गुडनेस, ओ माय गुडनेस। बट यार वही ना, जब आरसीबी बैटिंग करे तो लगता है कि भाई ये तो 130 140 सरफेस है। बॉलिंग excellent full ball straight to cover, no run once again. And is that the end of the 7th over? Yep, it is the end of the 7th over. RCB only at 42 for 2 right now, man. This is
Very painful to watch.
very, very, very bad. I thought the over's done. 6.3 पे तो wicket गया था. Divine has played 3 balls. Wait, what am I missing here?
Oh,
Oh, 6 point. Okay. No, I stand corrected.
6.5 अभी भी एक बॉल बचा है because
Yeah.
बीच में I think एक वाइड था ना.
Yes, that's true.
चलो नहीं, अरे यार कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है ये?
सिंगल ही है ये तो, स्वीपर कवर तो रहेगा ही ना. But I would still say कि this is the only pair, this is the pair that can win us the game if possible, that is. Let us see. Like, I would still give them some time before they start accelerating soon. Anish Kumar says, doing a great job, guys. Continues. Thank you so much, Anish. Fingers crossed that RCB also does something so that we also remain motivated to sort of be a part of this watch along. Bill says, if RCB wins this match, I'll change my name to Akshay and will support RCB men's team in the IPL.
Whoa.
Yaar,
Who knows that won't happen? Like they won't know that.
And there was a 17 run over to think of it. Yeah, there was. Exactly the point. Some guy said easy match. Yeah, fair enough, Vasant. Yeah. But Mannat Kashyap into the attack now. I feel they should attack her from the get-go. They should sort of disrupt her lines and lengths, and matlab youngster hai to matlab she'll be even more jittery. She did have a good game though last time around against Delhi. She bowled well, to be honest. I liked what I saw of her in that game. She was very consistent, bowled stump to stump, gave the ball some nice flight as well. सोफी यार फ्रंट फुट पे आओ, लप्पे मारो, काउ कॉर्नर, डीप मिड विकेट, थोड़ा एक दो छक्के चाहिए अभी यार. बस बीट होके स्टंप पे बोल्ड मत हो जाओ. Not out.
Oh my god. That was so close.
अरे क्या यार, सब यार, this is just. Yeah, see, the thing is, only 3 innings have happened so far, so it's very hard to say what the par score is. So, not sure, because first innings, दोनों matches में we've seen scores of 190 to 1. Oh, भाई, दो भाग लो, दो, इसमें तो दो होने चाहिए. नहीं भागे यार ये.
Just settle for a single.
Yeah. Oh man, not getting any easier. The thing is, Sophie Devina against spin, she likes to come down the track, and even what I saw in that Delhi game, which I went for, was she really is looking to hit the ball hard. And I know she has the power and all of that, but the ball didn't rise up, yaar. Gap mein hai kya? Nahi. दो. I feel she should just wait for the ball to come. अगर आप wait करोगे ना, Sophie यार, I again, this is, I just thinking out loud, talking out loud, might be shit talking as well, like some like to say, like some would say, but I think she should just wait for the ball to come instead of trying to attack the ball. I know the intent is right. I know what she's trying to do, but she also runs the risk of, trying to hit the ball too hard and all of that.
The required rate is just shooting up at this point, you know?
It will continue to shoot up thanks to Meghna Didi. 13 ball में 5 run. Queen Perry with 88 strike rate. Yeah, technically 90. It's 9 of 10. So you stand corrected on that. Are they playing to the fielders or great field placements? I would say bit of both, but good field placements as well, especially the where Laura Wolfart is standing, not your conventional deep extra cover as well. She's a bit more sort of towards the long off boundary, if you had to sort of put it that way, which is allowing her to cut the angle so that way. Yeah. Oh, look at that, the almighty Hoik. And fielding has also been top notch so far. No sort of misfields or anything like that. We gave away 6 boundaries between Renuka and Simran alone, not even counting the rest. Unreal performance by Gigi till now. Absolutely, yeah, it does not even seem like this is the Gigi we saw in the first 4 games.
Oh.
So, 2 full. Try to go down the track. No runs. I think Meghna has some issue with the bat as well. I think it's a heavy bat because if you see timing, it's too late when her bat is coming down from the back left. She's facing this problem while running to. I completely agree with the playing late part. She's too late on the ball. Almost always. Has she connected it? I don't think so. Oh, she has.
6.
Yes.
कुछ तो चाहिए था. Sophie clearly seemed to be losing it. अगर ये ball connect नहीं हुआ होता तो out ही हो जाती है मतलब. चलो, some saving grace, and that's the strategic timeout now for both sides. 53 for 2 at the end of 8 overs, which means RCB need 147 runs in the remaining 12 overs at a required run rate in excess of 12. And to be precise, it would be 12.25. That's not going to be easy. That's definitely not going to be easy. So yeah, let's wait and watch. How small are the dimensions, man? ऐसा लग रहा है कि 30 मीटर के सर्कल क्रॉस करते ही बाउंड्री आ जाता है. 46-meter boundary is what we saw on one of the squares yesterday. I'm not sure what the dimensions are. I don't think it's the same surface as yesterday. So yeah. Yes, 6 now. Thank you, SRK, for Manat. Wah, shabash, Nani ko shabash. Voucher क्या जीत लिए? थोड़ा खुद को डॉन समझ लिए, बताओ. Came close. Vasan says if RCB loses, Akshay should keep Bill name. अबे ये क्या बात हुई भाई? RCB तो आए दिन हारता रहता है, तो ऐसे सबका नाम थोड़ी ना लेके बैठा रहूंगा मैं. 46 एक side, 63 the other. Oh, thank you so much, Meeko. So yeah, I'm guessing it's the same surface as yesterday then, because yesterday also it was 46 on one and 63 on the other. Again, the thing is, and I don't want to be optimistic. Let's try and be objective here, as hard as that would be. If you look at it objectively, 147 from 12 overs is ridiculously difficult for any side, let alone RCB, let alone Mumbai. Yeah. But if there's one bowling attack against whom you would fancy your chances, wouldn't you say it's this attack in this form, Neha? Because of the kind of bowlers they've had and the way they've bowled so far in the season, at least.
Yeah, Akshay, I mean, realistically, if RCB can get to the total, it would have to be against this attack, But for that, you really need our batters to step up, right? Abhi, you have at the crease, Sophie Devine and Elise Perry. Both of them will have to, play a little bit out of their comfort zone as well. Because right now we see they're trying to build an innings and take it slow and everything, but they'll have to start attacking, and that's only possible if the bowling continues to be like this. So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. I hope RCB can pull off, but seems really hard right now.
I guess the silver lining in all of this is that the middle overs phase is where RCB have thrived. In fact, in this season so far, RCB have been the best batting unit in the middle overs phase, which is between overs 7 to 16. In that 10-over period, RCB has a run rate of 8.7 and an average of 56.9 if I'm not wrong. The highest on both counts, second highest on run rate and highest when it comes to average in the season. So show me, what do you think, Devine, Perry, if they are able to stitch together a partnership and say, get the sort of, equation down to, I don't know, 60 or 5 or something like that. Do you think that's how they should look at it? Because यहाँ से 60 or 5 के तक लाने में भी कितना, मतलब अगले 7 ओवर में उनको 80 रन बनाने, 87 runs.
Exactly. I think if anybody can take this a little bit closer, it's this particular pair. So Perry and Devine has to play that knock, even if we have to start thinking of making a game out of this. करना ही पड़ेगा अगर कुछ आगे है तो, और अगर नहीं है तो then it's really, I mean, इसके बाद कौन है? रिचा है, जॉर्जिया बैरन है, but I'm expecting more out of Richa definitely. So if we can take this up to a 60 odd, as you are saying, out of the last 5. Some chances there that Richa can come in and hit a few.
I mean, 87 of the next 8 overs is what they'll have to aim for in order to bring the equation down to 67. In order to bring the equation down to 60 of the last 5 overs.
Oh, that's a full toss, and it's a 6.
Oh, is it? Okay. For some reason, I'm a bit late once again, but chalo, let us see.
Back-to-back 6s kya?
Wah. Oh, हाँ, technically, yeah. Technically, yeah, back-to-back 6s ही हैं. आई मेरे में तो अभी ड्राइव मारा यार, क्या चल रहा है? अच्छा, डिवाइन ने मारा भाई साहब, मैं तो अभी मेरा पहला बॉल हुआ यार. अच्छा, अभी छक्का देखा मैंने, फ्लिक. Oh, that's a nice 6 यार, that's a nice 6. So डिवाइन के लिए 2 छक्के बैक टू बैक. आराम से डिवाइन, आराम से, टाइम है अपने पास. 12 more overs. Good Yorker. Meghna Singh gotten those Yorkers bang on so far in this game. She's bowled 3 of those.
Yeah.
So that's heartening to see from an India.
The other part is that we should actually try and get the run rate in check. I mean, that's what is gonna hurt from this match if we lose the plot really.
रन रेट तो बाद में, पहले
I
दो
know that.
पॉइंट्स ही चाहिए.
I know
क्योंकि अगर
that.
गुजरात के साथ हार गए, आई डोंट थिंक एवरी टीम विल प्ले अगेंस्ट गुजरात द वे वी हैव. बाकी टीम्स तो जीत लेंगी.
वो तो है ही. But yeah, I mean, it's too big.
If we lose the game against Gujarat, we'll be expected to win against Mumbai and Delhi. So if we want some breathing room there against the top two sides, then we will have to win this game. So I don't think RCB should be looking at net run rate right now. They have to focus on getting those 2 points first. At least that's what I feel. Let us see. अभी एक और थोड़ा कहीं से कुछ आ जाए यार. Oh, short, cold-blooded drive, but straight to sweep a cover. Straight. Phoebe Litchfield did not have to move an inch to her left or right here. This is what. When a team is chasing a 180 plus total, the power play is pretty much the most important part of the chase. How does the management not adjust and promote Divine to open with Smriti is shocking, says Tushar or asks Tushar. But again, like it is a double-edged. Flicked it. Oh, in the gap, yaar. Meghna Singh's appealing there. Why is she appealing? What is she appealing for? ATW. That's a brilliant flick shot, though. Brilliant flick shot. Not sure what's happened here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confused.
What? Is it hit wicket? She's reviewed it. What is it? Hit wicket? What's happened? The stumps are broken. यार मेरे को डर लग रहा है यार.
But Alex Perry seems to be confused. मतलब क्या ही चल रहा है?
No, yaar, the way she's looking, I feel she's hit the stumps. I don't know. That's how you would look at it. Like, that's how you would look. And if they've reviewed, they would have... oh, man. Yeah, they also seem to be celebrating it. So, yeah. Come on, man. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. Has she hit the stumps? Flick shot में कैसे hit wicket हो जाते हो यार? Front on angle में क्या देखना है यार तुमको? क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? Oh, LBW अपील कर रहे हैं क्या? गधे.
No way.
ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ा रहे गधे कहीं के यहाँ पे. मैं हिट विकेट का सोच रहा पे डर रहा हूँ.
एलबी अपील
यार इतना तो समझ होना चाहिए ना कि पैर पे लगता है तो बॉल
इतना जोर से नहीं जाएगा यार. नहीं, I think they thought that bad first shot.
And Beth Mooney is right there, no? They should have heard the sound of the bat. Beth Mooney.
They thought bad
first.
वैसा. But यार फिजिक्स, इन लोगों ने फिजिक्स कभी नहीं पढ़ा है क्या? अगर पैर पे लगता है बॉल एकदम हल्का हो जाता है, how will the ball ever race to the boundary the way it did? Oh, come on. ये लोग ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ाने के लिए खेलते हैं, बताओ यार.
चलो DRS गया ना इनका. अच्छा.
हाँ ये गया. Hands down, probably, arguably one of the best reviews I've ever seen. And the way they reviewed it and they were smiling, मुझे लगा हाँ ये तो पक्का आउट है, ये तो चिल कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. यार. Neha, let's start with you. Will S. Meghna get dropped next match? Zero contribution in batting, bowling or fielding. What do you think? By the way, it's also the debutant Shabnam Shakil. Oh man. Ooh, that was too close.
Oh my God.
Too close.
Look at that.
Shabnam.
Yeah.
What a start.
How pumped up she is.
Mind you, she's just 16-year-old, man.
Wahi. Yeah, too close. Okay, it bounced. Thankfully, it bounced. So not a dropped catch, but finer than Divine would have intended it to go. But not a bad ball at all. A decent start there in the corridor, a corridor of uncertainty, a length ball. Nicely done. Exactly what she would want to repeat.
So high on confidence, man. Seriously.
Divine, आराम से. इनको इतना डर लग रहा है, बता. Divine. 34 years के 34 साल के. She has like 15 years of international cricket experience. She's playing a 16-year-old and I'm scared. I'm scared to bits. But yeah, coming back to this, Neha, what do you think?
Body language. She's like...
I mean, in all honesty, I don't think it's a bad call. It would definitely, make room for someone like a Shubha Satish or Disha Kasat. Even I think Indrani Roy, right? That can also be considered. But with the way S. Meghna has been going, I think it would be a great idea to probably have Sophie Devine again up in the opening and get, Indrani somewhere even like as a finisher or someone who can come in later in that batting, So yeah, I think that's a possibility RCB can definitely consider.
Fair enough. Show me, what do you think? Fair point. Do you think she should be replaced now?
Yeah, I think good enough a rope given, and now it's time to move on. But yeah, I mean, also see the irony here is we were so much banking upon the fact that we have like the best of the best openers and best of the best top order, and then the top order looking a little fragile is something that I cannot fathom. Now here, of course, I mean, who will you bring back? You will bring back a Divine, and then I don't know. I mean, I have only heard it from you guys that Disha Kasad didn't have the best of the strike rates last time as well. So yeah, I mean,
दिशा तो नहीं आ रही
maybe
है.
Indra Nagar.
I'm sorry,
दिशा नहीं
दिशा
ना?
तो नहीं आ रही है. वाइड, ओके, लेग बाइज है. दो भागो, 4 तो नहीं जा रहा है, 2 कम से कम चाहिए. By the way, good comeback from Shabnam Shakil, because so far, how many 4+2+2, just 8 runs, despite conceding a boundary off a first ball. So not too bad. They need another boundary here to sort of, keep the run rate in check and not let it sort of, spike up very, very, very quickly. RCB should back Esmina. She'll be good next season. Okay, fair enough. Let us see क्या होता है. Show me, ये क्या DRS था? क्या बोलना चाहते हो आप?
चलो जब हो गया, अब तो अच्छा ही हुआ ना, लग गया एक.
Good Yorker, हाँ वो तो
Yeah, I
है.
mean, from an RCB POV, yeah, but then it was a really shocking DRS move, yeah. Matlab, I thought Beth Mooney is right that she would be able to gauge the sound of the bat. She's like right next to the stumps, man.
And it's a flick. I mean, it would have definitely made a good sound.
Yeah.
यार साउंड तो फिर भी मैं समझ लो, हेलमेट वेलमेट पहना है, क्राउड का शोर शराबा, ये वो सब चलता रहता है. बट फिजिक्स, आई नो, मतलब भाई क्रिकेट पढ़े या फिजिक्स, क्रिकेट पढ़ते थोड़ी है यार. मतलब कौन पढ़ रहा है बताओ? कौन ऐसा टेक्स्ट बुक खोल के क्रिकेट पढ़ रहा है? मेरे को बताओ. अगर इतना फिजिक्स पढ़ लेते तो साइंटिस्ट हो जाते अक्षय भाई, क्रिकेटर्स नहीं. ये आप अंडर एस्टिमेट कर रहे हो क्रिकेटर्स को. मतलब ये तो मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं कि मैं तुमसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि व्हाट इज न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ. कुछ भी नहीं है. ये कॉमन सेंस की बात है फिजिक्स से ज्यादा. I completely agree with you on this, yaar. Like I'm almost scared for her right now. I just hope all her comments are off and she makes her account private, because it can get very scary. Because again, if you go back to what happened to Dan Christian, at the end of the 2021 IPL season, it was horrible. And again, see, we understand. Oh, literally what I said would happen. Literally, I knew this. उसको फ्रंट फुट में आके क्यों मारना है आपको यार? वेट कर देते, वो बॉल बाउंस ही नहीं हुआ यार. Exactly how I thought she was going to get out. Exactly.
Sophie Devine was like half down the pitch, man.
And Tanuja Kanwar has, wow, man, that's some ball bowled well before the stumps. I don't know if that put Devine off here. I don't know if you guys
but
observed that she
Tanuja's
was well
all
behind the stumps line.
तनुजा का बॉलिंग ही ऐसा है, सारे
पूरा?
उधर से ही करते. हाँ.
Oh, मुझे लगा ऐसा एक बीच में डाल दिया. She
ना,
slipped
ना.
one in.
नहीं,
Oh,
नहीं.
wow.
That is her release, like from
Come on,
इतना
come
पीछे.
on. WPL team compositions are making me wonder what kind of players have played for India, man. Many of them are not even picked, and they're not even that old, to be honest. Interesting. I mean, I'm guessing he's referring to the likes of, say, Shabnam Shakil coming here, or Tita Sadhu not getting opportunities here but is playing there, and things like that. But yeah, it is Richa Ghosh right now. Oh man, like I'd almost seen that dismissal happening. Like kyun yaar? It is not about dropping Esmegna. It's about deciding her entry point and being flexible. She is great when it is a 140, 150 chase.
Yeah.
यार but ये तो वो था नहीं ना. ये तो 200 का chase था. फिर entry point की बात ही नहीं आती. But we get the point.
Basically, you need flexible players who can bat in all things. It's not about, having a total of 140, 150. Agar 200 ho gaya, so this player can't contribute. We need all totals chaseable type player. Yeah, flexibility basically.
Yep. This ball though didn't bounce at all. Why would you have to step out when one side is 46 meters? She scored most of her boundaries that way. She was just comfortable. She's not been in the greatest of form in the WPL. She was just trying to do what she'd done. But yeah, cannot justify that. It was very, very, very poor batting. This very poor awareness. अरे 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 क्या कर रहे हो यार? This is just getting bad to worse, man. मतलब very 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 poor awareness. This before the stumps delivery reminds me of Bhuvi was stopped from bowling the same ball to Finch back in 2018. Oh, is it? Don't remember any
Oh.
such incident. Played in the gap, but वहाँ पे sweeper cover होगा, of course होगा. अपनी तरह गधे थोड़ी है वो. Flexibility is something that teams in IPL are not ready to go ahead with.
Yeah,
Forget
very
WPL.
true.
That's true. That's true. And I don't know, maybe Divine herself. No, I don't know what to make of this, yaar. They need quick runs, यार. क्या 9 ओवर में 120 थोड़ी बनते हैं नॉर्मली. गैप में है? नहीं है. Of course नहीं है. इन सबको
Ah.
just not done. Not done. पहले ओवर में 17 रन दिया था. वहां से she's उसको given only 9 runs in the next 2 overs. बताओ. Like ऐसे थोड़ी ना चलता है. Like last ball of the 11th over right now, still 122 runs required. And that's another single. Oh, is it in the gap? No. Two.
No.
Oh, four.
Oh, misfield.
Finally, first misfield for Gujarat Giants. Chalo, kuch to chahiye. 118 and 9. 118 of 54. That's more than 2 runs per ball. Maybe this is why the MI team has loaded their top 5 with experienced international players. Could be the case. Same can be said for DC as well, 100%. But the same can be said for UP Warriors as well, right, Neha? Because, yeah, Grace, Chamari, there's Alisa Healy, then you've got Deepti Sharma. So you've got 3-4 proper solid options. Add the likes of Shweta, Poonam, Kiran. So that's also as solid as it can get in terms of a batting unit, right?
Yeah, definitely. Again, they boast of a very good batting depth and very flexible options as well. These batters can go up and down. So, उनका तो भाई sorted है scene. But RCB का, I think this match is going to be again quite a, like, I wouldn't, for the lack of a better word, I'd say like eye opener की मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Like, how do we manage to construct a run chase when it's like 200 and so? Like, are we so dependent on like Smriti to get the starts की मतलब? The chase is just falling off. So yeah, a lot of questions I think this chase will leave us
But
with.
I don't think you can say that, yeah. Like, again, if I feel, I know it almost seems like we're putting the blame on Meghna a lot more than necessary. But, oh, shot, but is it straight to the field? Oh, it
No,
isn't.
no, no.
And it's a 4. Thank God. Excellent flick shot, yeah. Perry's flick shots are a thing of beauty.
True.
A, bowling was horrendous. B, fielding was even more horrendous. तो पहले वो तो करेक्ट करो before talking, asking your batters to chase 190 odd. It's not like 200 हर कोई chase कर लेगा. Now
But अभी
next,
resources की भी बात है ना, like if we have the kind of resources we have now, you should be able to chase any total, right?
then Meghna, that's the point then next. Is Meghna the right fit even when batting first, when you want to put an above par total? Is Meghna the kind of batter you'd want to have if she's going to consume so many deliveries? Good full delivery, that a low full toss. Perry couldn't really do much about it. Like that's the problem, and I really want to see how they sort of go about this, because I want to see how does someone like an Indrani Roy perform, because from what little I've seen and heard about her, she can definitely pack a punch.
Yeah.
And that would be a great value. I'd imagine having someone like her coming at the top with Smriti. She's even able to score 20 of those 13 balls instead of that 5. If he had 15 extra runs even right now.
But यही देखना है कि if RCB goes ahead with that sort of
extra
a
cover के हाथ में मारती हो यार रिचा यार.
Bam, pressure.
Sorry.
Yeah, pressure, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Also,
Akshay, I was just pointing out ki if will RCB want to go ahead with that move of dropping S Meghna, because I think one of our biggest complaints, I think in our SWOT analysis thing was ki RCB does not give a long rope to their players, but if they're consistently underperforming like this, I mean not up to like your T20 standards, I think it would be a fair move, yeah. Matlab, that is a great delivery.
Oh yaar, how did she miss that, yaar?
Almost required run rate is almost 13.8.
How did she miss that though, yaar? Marne wala ball tha. Oh, did it just seem away? Wow, that's a ball, yaar. It seemed to be just that little bit.
Super impressive, man. Shabnam.
Yeah.
क्या बोला था मैंने? बस विकेट शायद अब तक नहीं लिया, वो भी आ जाएंगे जल्दी, टेंशन मत लो। अगर ये मारना शुरू नहीं करते तो दूसरे एंड से तो विकेट तो जाएंगे यार। कहाँ से बनेंगे, मैं वो सोच रहा हूँ, किन से बनेंगे, मतलब किन बॉलर्स को अटैक करना है। सिंगल एक और बताओ। Alright, that's 112 runs needed in 8 overs. Getting ridiculously difficult. Disagree with Sanjay here. IPL teams are far more flexible with their batting orders. I've seen Harbhajan at number 3 following Jaisuriya and Tendulkar.
Whoa.
यार वो मतलब 16 साल में अगर आप ऐसा एक इंस्टेंस उठा के बताओगे, yeah, there's probably the odd Ashwin promotion by Dhoni or the odd Deepak promotion by Dhoni.
Narayan.
And this one that you mentioned. Yeah. Narayan. 16 साल में I feel if you want to sort of make a statement as big as that, you know, IPL teams are flexible, you would need a lot more examples than just that. And if anything, you can also, if there's one more thing you can observe, it is that the flexibility that you refer to comes from the same sides. Tactically, it's the same sides that look a lot more evolved, that are a lot more open to changing their plans. So yeah, that's why it's Meghna Singh back into the attack, who's actually bowled pretty well today. So kudos to her.
Oh.
अरे आउट है। Oh,
6.
and that's an excellent shot यार।
Excellent shot, yeah,
No
yeah.
full toss, उसको छक्का मारना is not an easy thing. No mean feat. Wow, very
Yeah.
well done. No full toss कैसे किया बता?
Wrist.
She's almost toe-ended it. Excellent wrist work, excellent power. 20 साल की बच्ची है यार, मतलब inferiority complex देख के छोड़ेगी।
8 overs, another 100 odd, still looks difficult.
Yeah, it's still difficult, and they've gotten the Yorkers right. Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Wait, Akshay, I think you're on mute.
No, I think he.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Wow. Is it better now?
Yeah.
I was just saying, oh यार ये तो मारने वाला बॉल था. Yeah, the consistency with which they've gotten the Yorkers right. Wow, man, that's something. That's something to sort of be really impressed about. And particularly only in this game. Not particularly, it's only in this game. Yeah, just मैंने wrist work बोला and Gio मेरी आवाज सुनते हुए talking, showing us glimpses of Richard's wrist work. Just look at that, yeah. That shot of Sophie Eccleston, the last ball of the 20th over in the last game, oh, that was, again, what a shot. Dug out an almost Yorker outside off stump, pass point for a fantastic shot. Yeah, एक और round ही चाहिए अपने को Richard. What a shot. Like, hitting that for a 6 is just too much. People have been too critical of Meghna, but the other power hitters are also going slightly above 100. Not sure if one batter needs to be singled out that much. I actually disagree with this point. I'll only first jump into this. Oh, not a wide. Yeah, that's not a wide. Not a wide. Richa, that's a bad leave. It's okay. कोई नहीं. होता है. Time लो. मारने वाला बॉल तो था. But the point is, yeah, most of those hitters have actually sort of, compensated for that. I know that's not the right way of doing things, and maybe there is a better, but as long as you're able to compensate for that, that's all that matters, right? And when you're saying power hitters, can you give us a few examples? Oh, come on, this did not bounce at all, man. Did not bounce whatsoever. Oh, man. This is not going to be easy at all. Not going to be easy. 104 required in 7 overs. They need a mammoth over right now, like in the next couple of overs, if they want to even stay in the hunt. Again, this is just me being optimistic at this point in time. S. Meghna comes directly from Tala Academy. Oh, bhai. When chasing 200 plus, Meghna should bat at 6-7, cannot afford tuk-tuk in the power play. Fair point. And look at that, just look at the worm. क्या है आरसीबी कुछ मतलब अपने को कश्मीर जाना है, हम लोग जा मध्य प्रदेश रहे हैं अभी फिलहाल. क्या है यार ये बताओ. थोड़ा घुमाओ, ऊपर घुमाओ, दिल्ली तक तो पहुंचो. Catherine Rice into the attack. But there's so many such instances. Krunal Pandya was a floater. Sky has, floater is a different thing, bhai. And Meghna is not a floater. उसके पास उतना game नहीं है T20 cricket में कि उसको floater बना.
That's out. Perry gone.
Have you guys ever seen Perry play a reverse paddle? भाई आज क्यों आपको ये करना था?
Very unlikely of her. Unlike her, man.
बताओ भाई, गुजरात से भी हार तो गए अभी फिलहाल. जॉर्जिया वॉरियर, क्या लगता है? You think Warrior has it in her to be able to make a game of this?
Nee, yaar, it looks really difficult. I mean, she can tonk a few, but then
No, I think it's just
done and dusted.
yeah.
It is
It
going to
was
be difficult for sure. Boundaries coming in every over, but they're not rotating strike and playing too many dots. But we'll also have to say the surface has been a lot more up and down in the second innings. I don't know if you guys also observed the odd ball is keeping low, it's skidding through. Divine's wicket, Richa Ghosh in the last over. So definitely, again, smart. This is smart work by Gujarat Giants as well. After winning the toss, they could have very easily said कि हाँ we'll bowl first. सबने वही किया है. But smart of them. कल का मैच भी देखा था जहाँ पे second innings में it became a lot more difficult to bat on. So potentially this could become a trend here. Because अब तक जो भी देखा है first innings में दोनों बार 190 के ऊपर और second innings में खेलना ही मुश्किल हो रहा है. Dude, how can you lose to tier 3 team Gujarat? Gujarat doesn't even deserve to play second division of WPL. Oh my
Bro.
goodness.
आराम से.
Yeah, I mean, not the greatest of knocks. She should have been better. The surface did not help her, but she should have been better. But yeah, I want to hold my thoughts because मेरे को थोड़ा इस surface का और देखना है before I sort of say anything. जितना देखा है surface तो up and down लगा है, so it's becoming hard to predict. कि oh gap में मारा यार. जॉर्जिया बहन थोड़ा यही
चलो
चाहिए.
बस 100 more.
हाँ, just 100 more. Yeah.
Just
100
100 more.
half the balls. That's it. पहला 100 90 बॉल कितना 80 बॉल में 79 बॉल्स में आया. दूसरा 100 अपने को चाहिए 41 बॉल्स पे. बस दो हो सकता है क्या यहाँ पे? नहीं होगा. 38 for 6. Oh my goodness यार. I don't know how will I ever talk to Hassan after this. बताओ.
Somebody's flexing.
Flexing क्या होता है भाई?
I don't know how I'll talk to Hassan next time. Wow.
हाँ मतलब ऐसा इतना खराब टूर्नामेंट ऐसा नहीं. पर्सनल दोस्त है मेरा है कुछ, बट जो भी थोड़ा no. But crazy Knicks, Hassan will put another. यार Hassan wasn't even the coach when RCB made 49. Get your facts right. It was Dan Vettori. कुछ भी क्या यार, कुछ तो मारो यार. क्या फील्डिंग है बताओ यार, क्या फील्डिंग है.
Stellar, man.
डायलान हेमलता दे कवर से भागती हुई. कवर थी कि मिड ऑफ में खड़ी थी, एक्स्ट्रा कवर में थी पता नहीं. फैंटास्टिक एफर्ट यार. एक छक्का प्लीज रिचा.
चलो आ गया चौका.
That's a 4.
कुछ तो है. चाहिए था ये. 95 in 6 overs. गुजरात जायंट्स का बंदा क्या बाइसेप्स लेके दिखा रहा है वहां पे यार.
Flexing it.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I didn't mean it for Meghna specifically. I just meant RCB could have been proactive today and shuffled their batting order. This was like they gave up even before the innings started. Once again, not true, Naya, because you knew spinners were going to come in. Ash Gardner bowled 2 overs. You want, like, if anything, what we've seen so far of Meghna is that she plays spinners well. She's a lot more comfortable hitting spin. So they expected her to do at least that. She didn't score a single boundary. So I wouldn't hold that against RCB. As much as I myself thought that they should have opened with her, I sort of see where they were coming from. That was Meghna's best position. अगर वहां पे नहीं खिलाती तो overall net they wouldn't be able to maximize her and in turn RCB's batting order. So I get where they were coming from. And Beth Mooney meanwhile ringing in the changes. It's Shabnam Shakil in for her third over right now. क्या लगता है? Completely agree with you, Samish, which is why this win was very important.
Yeah.
यार डॉट मत खेलो यार, सब इनको फील्ड बताओ यार, मतलब सच्ची में बताओ क्या बोले हम. But the RCB will have to think about Meghna for sure, especially given the running and fielding. It's like you'll have to understand how do they go about this. It's not like they don't have enough liabilities on the field, so they would want to at least eliminate as many as possible whenever they can. That is. Oh man, didn't bounce. Oh, are they running? Oh, yaar. Gayi thi, she was gone for all money there, but she did this time.
So do you think RCB can probably next game bring in Indrani for S Meghna, and for Simran probably they can look at Disha or just to kind
भाई
of deepen
सिमरन
the
को मैं
batting?
फिलहाल तो यार सिमरन ने कुछ हमने दिया भी नहीं है ना बैट के साथ. मेरे को बैटिंग ही देखना है उसका बिकॉज वी नो हर फॉर हर बैटिंग एक्सप्लॉइट्स इफ
Yeah.
एनीथिंग. तो वो थोड़ा तो देख ले कम से कम. बैटिंग देखे बिना ही आई डोंट वांट टू सॉर्ट ऑफ जंप टू कंक्लूजंस. ओह
Good
क्लियर.
shot.
We need at least 3 of those in this over alone. Akshay, what is the role of Simran in RCB? I mean, no specific role right now, but finisher is primarily what I would want to say. मतलब lower down the order, जब if and when necessary, जब wickets चले जाएं to come up with that flurry of boundaries. Neha, right in sort of putting it that way, or do you think Simran का कोई role है ही नहीं?
I mean, yeah, initially Simran was brought in the team for that only, to give you that extra pace bowling option, and she can tonk a few, can be that finisher sort of role as well. So abhi though she hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities to kind of showcase either skills, and in the field also she was not that great. So I wouldn't be surprised if RCB wants to choose someone else. Yeah, that's a 4.
Oh, chalo. Oh man, we'll take them as they come. But yeah, that is a fair point. Joker fielder and role says Miko. Wow. D also says Shabnam is just 16, man. This is seriously insane. Very excited about all our young players. Shweta, Richa, Shifali, all of them are somehow still 20. Tita, Shriyanka, 100%. Yaar. The future looks bright. So fingers crossed that they all sort of develop into fantastic world beaters. That's all we can hope for, and that's all. That's what WPL is expected to do. So yeah. बाइस हाँ अब 2 और बाउंड्रीज चाहिए इस ओवर से. कहां से मिलेगा देखना पड़ेगा. ओ कनेक्ट हुआ है क्या. 2 तो भागो कम से कम. 2 अरे सीधा
It gave the vibe of like that helicopter shot, but yeah, not
Yeah.
executed to
लॉन्ग ऑन की
perfection.
तरफ. She bowled it too full, so that's good on her. She's trying to bowl it as full as possible. But again, if I don't know if you guys saw the graphic there, strike rate against pace 168 for Richa Ghosh, against spin is 129. So show me, like, what do you think going forward? More pace to them, more spin to them, because Georgia Warimo is also there on the other end. How would you want to sort of, if you were in the Gujarat Giants dugout, that is, how would you look at this?
I think definitely Shabnam is going for runs, but she's also probably looking.
नहीं बताइए.
Yeah, I think she's also looking like that. I mean, that she can create that opportunity, and she can probably pick a few there, pick at least a wicket there. At least her. I mean, that's the vibe I'm getting from the body language, or maybe because of the fact that you guys were hyping so much. So, but yeah, I mean, over and above, definitely they'll come back to spin in a bit.
And of course, let's just take this. Soumi says Mota Bhai will be the happiest if they pull this off against the strong team and will get good confidence. Wow, RCB को strong team बता रहा है. बताओ यार, strong team बता दिया है. बताओ. Neha, but what do you make of that? 5 overs to go. Ashley Gardner has conceded only 2 runs so far in her 2 overs. Do you see her bowling out? Do you see her bowling at least? Oh wow, she's come back into the attack. But do you see her bowling to both her overs?
Yeah, I think she'll definitely finish off her spell, no doubt about that, because both the batters, would want to go after her. Kahin wicket ka opportunity mil jaye to nothing like it. And a few dot balls as well, right? I think that is also something they aspire for, and that's a boundary.
चलो भाई 4-4 चलो आराम से 30 बॉल में अपने को कम से कम 20 बाउंड्रीज नहीं 15 बाउंड्रीज चाहिए. बताओ. तब जाके मैच बनेगा ना. नहीं तो क्या. ह्यूज आस्क ऑफ कोर्स. रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट जब आपका 16 पे है तो और क्या ही होगा. But Meko, yeah, the 2025 ODI World Cup is in. Oh, is there a 2? Is there a 2 there? Is there a 2 there? Run. No, they didn't run.
No, yaar. कैसे मतलब?
नहीं.
I didn't see the deep fielder coming in this close. But yeah, Miko, the 2025 ODI World Cup is in India. The 2024 T20 World Cup is in Bangladesh. So yeah,
lot to look forward to. Yeah.
Yep. There's also the Asia Cup before that. India's also touring Bangladesh next month. So there's a lot of cricket coming up. And then there's also the BGT. I mean, the Indian women's team also goes to Australia. Is it in the gap? In the gap. Chalo. Shabash. 3 more balls, 3 more boundaries. कम से कम चाहिए भाई, कम से कम.
We're
चलो.
just gasping at straws here, but I really hope, मतलब, the run deficit is थोड़ा less, तो NRR पे ज़्यादा असर ना पड़े. That's all.
NRR नहीं, अभी 2 points पे इनको फोकस करना है.
अरे अक्षय, मतलब थोड़ा मैं ऑप्टिमिस्टिक हूँ, तो रियलिस्ट तो बन थोड़ा.
नहीं.
Akshay, bro.
Every captain is not Herman. I don't know what is this in reference to. 2 है क्या वहां पे 2? रिचा देख ले, तू थोड़ा लेट स्टार्ट किया. नहीं, हाँ वही लेट स्टार्ट किया था इसीलिए. देखो भाई, 3 बाउंड्रीज और 3 सिंगल्स भी लेना तो भी दे वोंट बी हिट गेटिंग 16 रन्स. 15 होते हैं, तो कम से कम 4 बाउंड्रीज चाहिए इनको.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a dot. बताओ. 10. भाई छक्का प्लीज, कहीं से छक्का ही चाहिए अभी. कम ऑन रिचा प्लीज, एक छक्का कहीं से ला दो प्लीज.
Oh no, mistimed.
अबे यार, फुल टॉस तुम लोग नहीं मारते. रिचा कितनी बार फुल टॉस पे आउट होगी यार, कितनी बार फुल टॉस पे आउट होगी तुम.
Are they checking for no ball or something?
यार वो तो कस्टमरी चेक है. How many times will you get out to full toss? I can't believe this. हर बार फुल टॉस पे आउट होना है उसको. मजाक बना के रख दिया. उस दिन क्या अरुण रेड्डी उसको फुल टॉस पे विकेट दे के आ गई, बताओ. Absolutely not done, man. तुम लोग मजाक बनाते हो. क्या बोले अभी. Yes. Simran Bahadur will score a 12 ball 50 to win the game. Wow. And Chandru here thinks I am in Delulu mode. Batao. 12 ball 50. यार देखो ना यार, नहीं है नो बॉल, हटाओ. फुल टॉस भी क्यों आउट होते हैं, और जब रन चाहिए फुल टॉस इज लाइक अ गिफ्ट. Why is Ashley Gardner nervous there? क्या देख रहे हैं भाई? हाईलाइट छोड़ो, आई मीन रीप्ले दिखाओ. क्लिंगर का चेहरा देख के मैं क्या करूं?
That's not a no ball.
Shouldn't be an over. No, that's not. भागो यार रिचा, तुम क्या वेट कर रही हो? कभी नहीं था वो, नो बॉल था ही नहीं कभी भी टू बिगिन विथ. Idiots. Wasting time.
I mean, if Simran is not getting any game time, why not just slot in Shreyanka again, right? There's no harm in that. Gives you an extra bowling option also. अरे ऐसे फालतू में. Wait, are you on mute?
Sorry, yeah. I mean, why are they looking at Duckworth Lewis part score? बारिश हो रहा है क्या वहाँ पे?
अरे नहीं, that they were showing from the start only. Like it was just coming on that big hoarding, yeah.
But Bangalore में तो नहीं दिखा रहे थे.
अरे Arun Jaitley Stadium, different mechanisms and stuff.
Okay. But sorry, you were saying something though. Shreyanka.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, if they're anyways not gonna give like Simran any role with the ball or something, might as well get Shreyanka in, na? Matlab, new conditions in Delhi, we might see a different version of her. I think you should back your players. Like, although she's had a tough Bangalore leg, I don't think there's any harm in like slotting her in for Simran. Bat के साथ भी थोड़ा contribute कर सकती है. I would like to see how Simran plays today, actually,
I mean,
freedom.
The way I look at it is, I thought Simran को maybe gun fielder समझ रहे थे, but आज के बाद तो वो भी शायद नहीं समझ पाएंगे.
Yeah.
तो देखना पड़ेगा. You could expect a change or two now because of the fielding especially. Akshay bhai, remove Meghna to an extent, and RCB still a strong team with Asha, Warham, Molyneux, Bish, Shreyanka and a bit of Renuka Singh, and then Richa, Peri, Divine Mandana. यार ये सब नाम on paper ढंग का लगता है, फिर बताओ 200 देख के आ जाते हैं. गधों की तरह फील्डिंग करते हैं, गधों की तरह बॉलिंग करते हैं, गधों की तरह बैटिंग करते हैं, फिर बचता क्या है? फुल टॉस पे आउट होके आ जाते हैं. फ्रंट फुट पे आना है इनको, जब पता है बॉल बाउंस नहीं हो रहा है ज्यादा, तो मतलब देख के थोड़ा करना है. क्या करे अभी? I just tuned in, guest by RCB. Congratulations, Mehul. Just make sure you've also hit the like button. And guys, everyone in the comments, please make sure you've hit the like button if you haven't already. I mean, 54 of you watching right now, just 44 likes, 42 likes. So please do make sure that you're, hitting the like button. And all of you watching on Twitter and Instagram, thank you so much again. Like we said before, do hop onto YouTube and hit the like button if you can, and also sort of chat with us and let us know what you've made of the game so far. Did you see this coming, especially because everyone thought, yeah, this is a game in the kitty for RCB, at least based on how Gujarat Giants had played so far. But yeah, a very surprising game to say the least so far. M. Rajesh says, is Shriyanka really injured? Soumi, क्या लगता है?
अब क्या बोलेंगे इसका मतलब? We all know. I mean, they might be. How do we know? I mean, यार क्या क्या सवाल है ये?
Soumi is like, जल्दी स्ट्रीम बंद करो यार, मेरे को सुना ये मैच ही बकवास है,
सही
हटाओ
में
ये
यार,
cricket
मतलब
देखना छोड़ो।
आज जल्दी आने के लिए कैसा स्लॉग किया है मेरे को पता है।
यार आरसीबी वालों को कोई समझाना कि कितना मेहनत करते सिर्फ इनका मैच देखने के लिए, बताओ गधे कहीं के। इसीलिए तो बोला सब गधों की तरह खेलते। Getting out of full toss is badass. Why is it badass? RCB team was so trolled in the earlier seasons. Which is the season you think when the trolling took a new level? When social media sort of went to a new level. Social media से पहले तो था नहीं, बस खत्म। क्या हो गया अक्षय भाई, इतना नेगेटिविटी अगेंस्ट आरसीबी? You're the one who defended यशदयाल भाई। अबे एक तो सोफी मोलिन्यू आई यार, जब आज तो सिमरन को भेज देते।
हाँ यार, आज क्यों नहीं भेजा उसको?
Because then there's literally no role for her in the team, man. You might as well slot in anyone in that place.
ये क्या थ्रो था ये?
Akshay, I think you're थोड़ा पीछे अभी।
ओ अच्छा, क्या? ओ छक्का मारा।
हाँ।
वाह, मैं छक्का देखा नहीं, मैं खाली मतलब I didn't see the ball itself. But I completely agree with you guys. यार सुमी क्या लगता है, मतलब फिर क्या ही बचा है?
Exactly.
कनेक्ट हुआ नहीं हुआ, गैप में, चलो गैप में चौका और थोड़ा चाहिए।
क्या है अक्षय, अभी क्या इक्वेशन क्या बना है, कितना बनाना है, कितने में?
61 in 21 balls। मतलब अगर 3 और छक्के आते हैं इस ओवर में, वही 3 और छक्के, बस ज्यादा कुछ नहीं मांगते हम लोग। वे वेरी रीजनेबल दैट वे। बताओ। ओ फ्लाइंग एफर्ट, दो भागो यार, दो भागो
यार, ये क्यों नहीं भाग? फॉरगेट, नो क्वेश्चंस आस्क्ड।
मेरे को समझ नहीं आया व्हाट वाज द थॉट प्रोसेस। अरे ये क्या था, ये एशली? नो दैट वाज फीबी, सॉरी। कुछ भी बॉल देखा कि नहीं कि डाइव मारना शुरू।
वो अच्छा, लेकिन डाइव मार के कैच लेती है ना।
हाँ तो लेकिन इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी है, दिस इज लाइक वो जब प्लेस्टेशन में क्रिकेट खेलते गलती से डाइव का बटन दब जाता है ना, बॉल नहीं है पास में। नहीं
वो बिग बबूल का ऐड नहीं आता था, ऐसे करके हाथ करके लेते थे।
हाँ, अरे मिसफील्ड बट सिंगल। बताओ, 3 छक्के बोले थे, 2 सिंगल आ गया।
Akshay, you still want 2 points from the game or?
What do you want to settle with?
भाई अब तो बोल दे।
अब तो सच बोल दे। You know, shit's gone down south when Neha's also trying to. Come on,
just not connecting it.
No, she's timing the bones of it, but she's hitting it straight to the fielder.
मार ही नहीं पा रहे यार 3 overs में। It's done.
क्या ही बोले।
मैं थोड़ी देर सो लेती हूँ। हाँ, तुम लोग बता देना कि जब हार जाए तो।
RCB trolling will stop and RCB stop claiming they're a top team. But who have they claimed? Like who? Like did we, like women's team? Agreed, I did say it. So did a lot of other people.
Yeah.
It's not like it's only RCB team fans are telling कि RCB women's side is good and the rest are like no it's bad. Men's side तो कौन बोला है bro? हम तो सामने से बोल रहे हैं अपना बॉलिंग अटैक 300 रन देगा, अपना बैटिंग 250 बनाएगा, नेट हम हारेंगे, खत्म। कौन बोला? तो मतलब हम तो नहीं बोल रहे, होंगे ऐसे लोग, बट वो तो हर टीम में होंगे ना भाई। Whenever men's team wants to drop a player, they say player got a niggle. Is this the same niggle Shriyanka got? Asks Rajesh. 100%. That's what I felt. Niggle is just a convenient excuse. But ठीक है, अभी जो है, it's good to know that they are also trying to protect a youngster like her. नहीं तो they could have very easily said that she's been dropped. Oh come on, मार देती यार इसको। ये भी होता तो मार देता। नहीं,
लेकिन सीरियसली अगर सिमरन को खिला ही नहीं रहे हो तो क्यों, मतलब
Yeah, I
फील्डिंग
generally
कराने के लिए
think exactly.
सब्स्टिट्यूट ला दो.
They should rethink the playing 11. Yeah, a lot of aspects like S Meghna, then this Simran
Meghna,
will
yeah,
come.
Simran I would still hold. This move, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why is Molyneux ahead of Simran. I genuinely don't know what the case is like. Like, is it because they don't trust her? Is it what? And if it's a case of them not trusting her, then I feel they can sort of try and do that as well. Keep the
Because
momentum.
Tanya
But
Bhatia
carry.
in Delhi also gets a chance to like keep the wickets, right? Simran
बस
Dil ka to.
आप अरे फील्डिंग तो देते हम लोग उसको हॉटस्पॉट्स में डाल मार यार अबे यार इसको भी वाइड था ये शायद
The way you're
बट
cheering, Akshay, it looks like you still think 56 can be chased in 2.4 overs.
of course you have to believe the heart wants what the heart
Wow.
wants क्या
Delulu.
भाई of course Isala Cup Namde wasn't that a hashtag started by the team and the supporters correction no it wasn't started by RCB it was started by BFC ooh in the camp shabash four wow अपने को 13 बाउंड्रीज चाहिए 13 fours and 15 balls बता
Wow.
but it was started by BFC in their title winning campaign during the title winning campaign in 2018 they won the title which is how it sort of had a trickle down effect to RCB when a lot of BFC fans Bangalore fans started using the same tag for RCB but agreed yeah नहीं
अरे
सीधा
यार
फील्डर के हाथ में देते हैं ये लोग मतलब फील्डर के हाथ में ही देना है इनको बता the audacity to clap at this point hats off अक्षय भाई चाहिए ना किसी को तो delusional बनना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे मतलब हर कोई realistic और realism दिखाएगा तो फिर फायदा क्या you know there
Yeah,
should
but
be
seriously, honestly, the ये divine यार काफी let down.
This season, no, yeah.
गैप दो तो भागो नहीं सिंगल ही भागना है बताओ
वो ऐसे कर रही है.
क्या लोग हैं यार क्या लोग हैं
150.
disappointed and I can't believe
अगर
what's
ऐसे
like
मैचेस में नहीं खेलेगी तो कब खेलेगी यार. लास्ट मैच में
वही
जाकर जब
वही
सब कुछ बिक गया है,
Hmm.
घर बिक गया, उसके बाद जाकर छत बनाने का क्या फायदा.
दो भागो नहीं सिंगल ही लो स्ट्राइक तो रखो तुम I feel RCB gets trolled because of the large fan base Punjab and Rajasthan have combined 290 I like the specificity of
297.
that number yeah मतलब 300 बोल सकता था 250 200 कुछ भी बोल सकता 297 how do you know it's 297 Shubham and not 298 because yeah you never know there might be a late entrant I mean Disha Kasar at least rotates strike S Meghna sucks in that तुषार भाई तो फिर आपने दिशा को देखा नहीं I'm sorry मतलब दिशा तो was I'm not saying Meghna is good or bad or whatever but दिशा तो मैंने जितना देखा वो इंडिया सीरीज में तो भाई वो तो T20s नहीं खेल सकती यार मेरे को तो नहीं लगा इस लेवल पे तो हरगिज नहीं मतलब अगर आप डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे 115 120 का स्ट्राइक रेट रख पा रहे हो तो इस लेवल पे तो फिर और मुश्किल हो जाएगा
ये पूरे मैच में एक ऐसा कोई पॉइंट पे लगा ही नहीं एक्सेप्ट हाँ वो 3 लास्ट के डेथ ओवर के कभी आरसीबी इस गेम में रही भी. I mean just not even for a
नहीं जब
moment.
तीसरा ओवर 17 रन गया ना तो लगा कि हाँ अच्छा स्टार्ट
हाँ.
यहाँ से अभी कुछ हो सकता है
Hey, also, I don't know if you all observed, like in the dugout, like Smriti was just, she'd put her head down and she was just like reflecting on probably, how to do this run chase. S. Meghna is also looking like more scared than, excited to get into this run chase and do her thing and all. So, tab se mujhe vibe thoda off lag raha tha. I didn't want to air like my opinion because I thought,
oh, shot, yaar. Oh, she's connected that for sure, yaar. Connected that and how? Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neha, you were saying though.
अरे बट हाँ तभी मुझे ना माइंडसेट का लग रहा था कि आर दे फीलिंग ओवरवेल्म्ड द टोटल इज टू मच इट्स द दिल्ली लेग होम फैंस का सपोर्ट नहीं है सो वाज दैट आल्सो प्रोबब्ली फैक्टरिंग इन
यार if anything ना I felt it would be the other way around कि बैंगलोर में there was a lot of pressure home fans भाई बहुत 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 ज्यादा डर लगता है जब 30,000 35,000 लोग आरसीबी चिल्ला रहे हो तो भाई मतलब you get nervous I thought that won't be the case here so they'll be a lot more comfortable a lot more at ease if anything the domestic players especially would find it a lot more easier to field and do their normal stuff their routine and all of that but I don't know what's happened here and speaking about Meghna I do agree the way she was sort of sitting now so just before they went into the middle Meghna and Meghna was sitting near the boundary fence RX Murli came to give a fist bump So the way they did the fist bump, it didn't seem like Meghna seemed वहीं पे कि बॉस मैं तो
नहीं
खत्म.
होगा.
हाँ, तो वहीं पे फिर क्या ही है, फिर क्या बचता है? That's the problem. Meanwhile, Arhan, saying, we played too many dots today. GG rotated the strike so well when they batted. 7 runs in the first 2 overs is unacceptable in the power play. भाई वो तो मैं फिर भी माफ कर लो, अपने फील्डिंग का क्या बोलोगे तुम? जो इतना हमने दिया, वो 6 बाउंड्रीज के बदले 6 सिंगल्स हो जाते ना, तो हम लोग 18 रन बचा लेते. नाउ इसमें से 18 मार, नो बॉल.
Oh, that's a no ball. That's a no ball.
Tell me that's a no ball.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a no ball.
Yeah.
हाँ. अभी तुम ही बताओ, इसमें अगर 18 रन कट जाते, 43 of 11 से 18 रन अगर कट जाते, 25 of 11, don't you think that was doable? तो सोचने वाली बात है ना. These are the little moments you need
अरे
to
अभी अगर 182, हाँ वही तो 180 to 190 भी होता.
Yeah.
180, 85, हाँ.
Hey, yaar, with the way Georgia Warren is batting, I'm getting hopes now. 38 and 11 also seems.
कुछ होप नहीं, कुछ भी
क्या?
थोड़ा कुछ ज्यादा ही, मतलब मेरी
8 बॉल पे 28 विराट कोहली ने मारा था, तो कोई भी मार लेगा क्या? मतलब ऐसे नहीं.
अरे बोल्ड हुई क्या? मतलब
नहीं.
अच्छा, बॉल कहीं गया, मारने वाला बॉल था ये वैसे. अच्छा, पैड में अटक गया क्या हुआ?
नहीं.
यार मारने वाला बॉल था यार, ये बताओ. ओ भाई, Chetan Hiremad's agency came up with this hashtag in 2018. Before that, it was nowhere. He leads RCB. So, क्या बात करो भाई, ये पहले BFC के साथ था. क्या बोल रहे हो मेलविल? तुम सोशल मीडिया वाले क्या ऐसा एजेंसी नाम वाम बोलोगे तो ऐसा हम लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाए. भागो आउट यार. ये तो सोफी मोदी भागती भी नहीं है. सिमरन तो भाग तो लेती यार. क्या मजाक है ये, सच्ची में. अरे यार क्या है. But yeah, that's another wicket gone. Not that we have to sort of. कितने रनआउट्स हुए यार? आज 4 रनआउट्स हो गए. Oops, क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? I guess मेघना escaped. क्या इतना डिसअपॉइंटेड थी क्या कि हटाओ यार, ये इतना घटिया खेले, मेरे को नहीं देखना मैच. मेघना को ना भागना आता है ना खेलना. वाह अरव जी वाह. Our batsmen don't know how to dive, says Arhan. But यार उनके टीम में भी 3 रन आउट गए तो थे, but अपना भी. Geez, there are 5 run outs in this game today. That means
Exactly.
I forgot Meghna was also run out, but man, this is just like, yeah. क्या बोले, मतलब क्या ही बोले.
अब देखते हैं सिमरन क्या करती है.
सिमरन भागती तो तेज है, इतना देखा है मैंने. मतलब फील्डिंग से पता तो लगता है she is at least quick between the wickets.
हाँ.
So that's there for sure.
But she's got a power hitter kind of a role अगर उसको मिल रहा है तो I think कुछ तो.
That is her role.
Yeah.
गैप में नहीं मारते यार तुम. दो भागो, चलो दो. गैप में मारना होता है यार ये सब. क्या बोले अभी. बस 6 छक्के चाहिए यार. वैसे देखा जाए तो 8 बॉल में 6 छक्के.
8 बॉल में हाँ. हो तो सकता ही है. It's not impossible अभी तो.
हाँ यार. मतलब रिंकू ने 5 बॉल में 5 छक्के मारे तो हैं.
मारा है हाँ.
मतलब है तो सही, हुआ तो है पहले. फिर अरे ओए, काफी खराब फील्डिंग का प्रदर्शन दिखाते हुए वहां पे सिमरन यार. एक बॉल में
छक्का गया ना. ये बॉल छक्का गया तो कुछ ना कुछ होप आ जाएगा.
ये बॉल छक्का. That means 28 in so which Ashley Gardner will be bowling in all likelihood. People in the chats, do let us know what do you think. Like RCB. Oh wow यार, SS 98 तो अलग लेवल पे. मतलब 6. मतलब सिमरन ने खाली दिल्ली के अगेंस्ट बैट किया था if I'm not wrong. यूपी के अगेंस्ट भी नहीं और मुंबई के अगेंस्ट भी नहीं. तो देखते हैं दिल्ली के अगेंस्ट.
ऐसे एक्स फैक्टर प्लेयर्स ही.
राहुल तेवटिया. कौन? हु इज राहुल तेवटिया? उसको हटाओ यार.
ओ
अबे यार, सिंगल भी मतलब 2 भागो जॉर्जिया. भाग. आउट. शी इज गॉन. सिमरन बहन मतलब छक्का मारना था, रन आउट करा के आगे बताओ. At least Warren will get 50. Jaideep, I don't think that's also happening. I think she's
Not
run
happening.
out. Yeah. शिफ्ट दबा के 6 थोड़ी ना मारना है. इसका मतलब क्या है? Yeah, she's gone. Oh man, this is
But
stupid. Like,
that's okay. But abhi
excellent batting though from Warren. Very, very, very well played. Fantastic effort.
pretty
Just
much
going on
all-rounded
this,
effort
थोड़ा
today.
application दिखा देते ना. This was definitely there. ऐसा नहीं था कि this was impossible. थोड़ा
Yeah.
application दिखा देते. Yeah. Sorry, आप कुछ बोल रहे थे क्या?
मैं बोल रही थी काफी all-rounded performance.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm just trying to think last over Gardner का है. कितना ही मारेंगे यहाँ से? In the end, Meghna's dot balls cost us the game. Ooh.
Yeah.
भाई सिमरन वॉरम कहीं 50 करा देती यार, क्या बोले. Ekta wished his come into the attack. Interesting. I mean, come into bat. I thought it'll be Asha Shobna. Who will RCB support in tomorrow's match? UP or MI? After this game, it'll be MI. कम से कम अपना playoff spot तो qualify हो जाएगा. अगर आज RCB जीत जाती तो it would have been UP. But now that RCB के खुद के मतलब problems इतने ज़्यादा हैं तो पता नहीं. अभी दूसरों को support करके क्या फायदा, पहले खुद तो जीत जाए. अरे कनेक्ट सिंगल तो है ना कम से. चलो सिंगल तो है. Warren at least saved some negative run rate. Yeah, let's hope. क्या लगता है अभी यहाँ से यार, given that everyone's like Simran should face 5 balls so that she'll hit 5 sixes. क्या लगता है?
अरे 5 6s so don't, but yeah, I mean just play this out with a couple of boundaries, I think. अरे
यार तुम्हें ये तो एकदम इससे बदतर लगी यार मेरे को. क्या तुम लोग इतना I mean, again, Simran did do very well in that exhibition match. That's how she sort of, entered the limelight in terms of her performances, in terms of, that was for Velocity, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember if it was against Velocity or for Velocity. But यार, एकता बिश तो से ज़्यादा comfortable लगी slog करने में, बताओ. और एकता बिश bowler है. 2 भी भाग लिए, strike भी नहीं ले रही. गजब. हाँ मेलविल भाई, हाँ समझ गए हम. Should we play another overseas player, maybe a Declerk or Kate Cross for Simran? यार अरहान 4 ही है overseas slots. सिमरन मतलब क्या इंडियन है वो, ऐसा. वो कनेक्ट हुआ है क्या?
Yeah. चलो good.
क्या यार सिमरन बहन, जो तुम्हें करना था वो तुम, चलो 36 साल का एक्सपीरियंस कहीं तो दिखा फाइनली.
यार इतना क्लोज आके
यार जीतना तो चाहिए था
यार. 2-3 चौके कम पड़ जाते ना. वो जो स्टूपिड वाले चौके हमने गवाए ना, वो सारी चीजें कम हो जाती.
सच्ची में यार.
भागो चौका. नो
नहीं 2 तो भागो. अबे इतना स्लो कैसे भागे यार?
आउट.
नहीं उसने बॉल पकड़ा नहीं है शायद. थर्ड अंपायर. ये तो थर्ड अंपायर के पास तो हर बार जाते हैं. What's the role of Simran in this team? Didn't bowl in the whole tournament, batted only once. यार उसने बोल भी क्या लास्ट गेम में 1 ओवर, batted only once. यार इसके बाद तो सच्ची में मेरे को नहीं पता कि क्या सीन है यार. सच्ची में नहीं पता सिमरन का क्या रोल है. Yeah, it is not out. Like absolutely no clue what's going on. Aren't Gigi playing overseas? 5 overseas. यार Catherine Bryce is an associate player, Arhan. So WPL में you can have 4 overseas player and an associate player. So yeah, that's why. अरे connect नहीं हुआ. So 180 is what we end up with. We lose by 19 runs. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this pitch was definitely
I was hoping, I was hoping और कम में बंडल हो जाएंगे, लेकिन 180 is not bad honestly.
Like just makes me wonder कि यार थोड़ा हम लोग फील्डिंग ढंग का कर लेते, थोड़ा सा, it would have been so much more better.
14 जो एक्स्ट्रा गया वो बच जाता.
एक्स्ट्रास फील्डिंग 8 मतलब इतने चौके हम लोग दे दिए भाई, मतलब अरे यार क्या बोले, अभी बहुत नाइंसाफी.
हाय नेहा, हम
नेहा,
जीत गए.
जीत गए. अरे no, I was still like seeing the scores, man. Mobile data
seriously
for the
man,
win. Yeah.
yeah, Meghna is सब से पहले तो fielding, and this is where Simran is probably the first player who needs to sort of, यार batting अभी देखा क्या, did you see now? Ekta Bush
None.
hit a 6.
Oh,
She was a lot more attacking. सिमरन तो दिखी नहीं यार, क्या अटैक करती है यार, क्या मजाक चल रहा है ये, पता नहीं, मेरे को सोचना तो पड़ेगा.
depressed.
Oh my goodness. एस मेघना, no man, like again let's शुरू से शुरू करते हैं. नेहा क्या लगा, like in terms of where we lost the game, don't you think our fielding efforts cost us the game a lot more than just S Meghna or any of the batters?
Definitely, Akshay. I think we were discussing it through the course of the match as well, right? Matlab, the kind of fielding efforts put in by like Renuka Singh Thakur, just let go of some boundaries, Simran Dil Bahadur. Like, I think that did cost us a lot, the extras as well. And also, I think another feature of Gujarat's innings was, even though they didn't get a lot of sixes, their ground strokes to, all the fours and everything they got, simply brilliant, right? So I think it was again a concoction of a lot of things that just did not work well. But now that you look, in retrospect, the margin by which we lost, just 19 odd runs.
Yeah.
Agar kisi ne responsibility liya hota at the top of the order, this is not just pinning the blame on S Meghna. The outcome could have really, really been different, right?
Yeah. Had this been exactly, we were just talking about that. Had this been a big margin, शायद ठीक था. लेकिन but now looking at this, it's like those 14 runs of those extras, a few boundaries here and there,
Yeah.
just maybe just Priti surviving out that particular power play.
Awful.
Like, just, I mean, again, there are a few positives to sort of take. Georgia Warham's batting in particular, she was
Yes,
really,
yes.
really, really good. So that's something they should be very happy about. But makes you wonder that S Meghna move, they have to now really rethink, because how do you go about it? There is Indrani Roy, there's Shubha Satish, there's Disha Kasar. Of course, they will have a better idea of who's doing well, because we are clearly not privy to what's happening, in the net session and all of that. But let's hope that, that's a change they have to look at, because they were, again, in terms of how they started off, पहले दौर में खाली 7 रन आए, खाली 7 रन. Like, we always knew with Smriti, she would make up for it. She had the potential. We can't really say the same for Meghna. And given that, just look at this. I mean, our fielding was bad, but there were so many dots in the power play. Meghna wasn't even finding the gaps, and that's been something we've spoken about time and time again. It's not a one-off. It's not something we're speaking about for the first time. हर मैच में हमने देखा है वो सीधा कवर के हाथों में मारती है, सीधा पॉइंट के हाथों में मारती है, सीधा शॉर्ट थर्ड के हाथों में मारती है, every bloody time. And this can't be a pattern. Like, we need someone who can pick the gaps and time the ball in the power play. She looked out of touch, is what Arhan says, and bang on. We have to agree to that, because at the end of the day, you need to know what's working, what isn't working. How do you go about it? You need to make changes. Till now, I agree, TK, RCB was winning, so they didn't have, why fix what's not broken? She'd also scored a couple of 50s, so warranted a spot. But abhi 6 games ho gaye. She's played 6 games, and I don't think at this level, especially against an attack like that of Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals, which is what we're going to face in the next games, in the upcoming games. Dude, Shabnam Ismail will eat her up for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
She won't even hiccup. मतलब निगल जाएगी पूरा एकदम. Like, वो टेक्निक के साथ 120, 125 पे जब बॉल आती है तो you look all at sea. And if anything, RCB will come across looking even more stupid. So, which is why they will have to take a call over there. And fielding, though, don't even start me. Very, very, very ordinary fielding. It almost seemed like they didn't turn up today. They actually were very, very, very complacent. They thought it was Gujarat Giants and all of.
Exactly. I think that's the attitude. It's the attitude that costed them the first half of the game, and that's where the game was lost. They were very complacent. It was a new place that they were playing, and they also thought probably this is a match in the pocket. We all thought it, right? We never expected this game to go the other way, and we were all hoping for. I mean, we talked about upset, and this is the upset.
Yeah.
So I think it's that complacency that took them down today.
100%. And again, like Dee said, the run rate is still in positive, something I guess to be positive about. But again, one more thing to sort of look at is in terms of the players, like Sports Fan mentioned, will you continue with Divine or try out Nadine de Klerk? My sort of 2 cents on that is, just like how we spoke about कि गुजरात जाइंट्स कम से कम 2 मैचेस तो जीत लेंगे यार, कम से कम. ठीक है, इट्स ऑल अबाउट किन के अगेंस्ट आएगा. मुंबई, यूपी,
Yeah, yeah.
आरसीबी, दिल्ली विल ऑल बी होपिंग इट डजंट कम अगेंस्ट देम. सिमिलरली डिवाइन पे मेरे को भरोसा है यार कि उसको 8 मैच दोगे ना, कम से कम एक मैच वो सिंगल हैंडेडली जिता के जाएगी. वो है, वो मेरे को अभी भी भरोसा है कि उसका है कि वो कर देगी. शी मेंटली शी स्ट्रांग, फिजिकली तो शी ऑफ कोर्स इज स्ट्रांग. मेरे को पता है, इवन लाइक एवरी टाइम, लाइक इवन व्हाइल bowling and all, I remember the kind of grunts she gives out. It almost knows that she is very passionate about it. In the last game I remember against UP Warriors, they were defending 62 of 5. Sophie Devine came to bowl. She bowled a fantastic over till the 5th ball. 5 balls में 6 ही रन दिया था. Last ball boundary मारा. किसने? पूनम खेमनाड ने. She let out a huge grunt, almost like very, very, very angry at herself. Even today when she got out again, to a very ordinary shot to say the least. Absolutely no clue what was she trying to do there, but something I did predict कि ये होगा. उसको front foot में ही आना था, वो वही हुआ. But you can see that it's there. She wants to come good. It's not that she hasn't been in good form before the season. Just like Beth Mooney was in excellent form, maybe Sophie Devine hasn't been in just as good form, but the surface is good. Clearly, she will also come good. So, मैं तो रखेगा. I know it is very tempting to try someone like a Nadine de Klerk, but I personally would stick to her. Neha, what do you think? Where do you stand when it comes to that argument?
Yeah, I mean, like really good points you brought in there, Akshay. But just thinking of this, ki abhi Sophie Devine, yeah, she's not in like the best of the form. But when you look at her performances in that inaugural season, right, it was much later that she kind of started coming to her own and everything. So I'd still want to persist with Sophie Devine. I mean, Nadine de Klerk does, tempt me thoda. Matlab, she brings in that extra pace bowling option as well. But also looking at the aspect of Sophie Devine, chipping in with the ball as well. So I think abhi at least एक या दो मैचेस के लिए we should still persist with Sophie Devine because she adds value with the ball and actually gets you wickets and everything. But हाँ यार, मतलब let's see the kind of team combination RCB wants to opt for going ahead.
Fair enough. Shomi, what do you think about Priyanshu's point? Smriti, Perry, Warren, Devine, Richa, this should be a batting. Please, bhai, you have to give your best batters most balls. Common sense. Agree with this, or what do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And, I mean, we often talk about this. I'll bring the reference of men's cricket in this particular case, of course. We always talk about this, that, when you have the best of the batters, we often talk about why Virat Kohli should be opening in the T20 games, because that's the logic, that you give your best batters the best of the chances. I think from that point of view, it should be definitely having your best batters up there in the top 5 or 6. I think the even the example is set with Mumbai Indians in this particular case, that they have the best of the batters on the top. So yeah, I mean, let's just try that out. And of course, we have been talking about this, that the top order is good. Where is the top order now? So we really need to build back that, like bring in that conversation and build this up.
And it'll be very interesting to see now what sort of changes do RCB ring in, because again, their next 2 games are against 2 solid sides. It's the Delhi Capitals, the Mumbai Indians, 2 sides there they've never defeated so far in WPL history. They've played 6 games against them and won 0. So they'll definitely have a point or two to prove. So it'll be interesting to see how. Losing to Gigi, really, S. Meghna should be the player of the match for Gigi. Oh my goodness, a lot of anger in the comments. But let's start in terms of, the kind of performances we saw today. Xiaomi, in terms of the best batter today, Georgia Wadham by a mile was RCB's best batter. Fantastic knock, an unfortunate end to it, but 22 balls 40, just sort of giving us a display of, what she's capable of. Happy with what you saw of her today coming in at number 6?
Yes, I think because I mean, it was courtesy probably Georgia Wareham's innings. We got this close. Otherwise, once Smriti was gone, once Divine was gone, things were of course very bleak. I mean, when Divine and Perry were batting, we were of course hoping that this particular pair had the potential to take us home, but at the same time, it didn't quite flourish. It was only during Wareham's innings that we thought that okay, there might be a chance, and probably that's the reason why we are sitting at a 180 today, and we are at a deficit of just 19 odd runs. Had it not been that, we would have really lost this much earlier.
And Neha, what about you in terms of Wadham's batting today? it must be very pleasing, right? Because she's someone we've also spoken about. We've seen her, what she's done for Melbourne Stars, what she's done for Australia, of course, what she's done even at the 100. So coming in the WPL, doing something so good, coming lower down, because RCB is always about Divine, Perry, Mandana. That's the names we usually take. But someone sort of supporting them from sort of the lower middle order. That's something very very pleasing and heartening to see, right?
Definitely, and I think she was also one of the players let go by Gujarat, no, Georgia Moram. So great to see her actually, excel in RCB colors versus Gujarat. But in all fairness, even when we see her in the WBBL, playing for the Renegades, she's brilliant, right, with the bat and the ball. And seeing her perform well today, in a sea of stars, because RCB ka to, when you see like on paper they look like the strongest team, someone who's just going to go win the trophy, but you still have players like Warren who are emerging and silently playing those important knocks, and I think today was an indication of that. I was just thinking, had she come in probably a little earlier or something, if RCB tinkered with the combination, would the outcome have been a little different? But again, that's just me thinking out loud, but quite impressed with the way she played. And yeah, fingers crossed we get to see a lot more of her, through this tournament as well, because we have important matches still in the bag, right? So yeah, just hoping for that.
Definitely. And of course, talking about the best bowler today, Ashley Gardner, once again, a fantastic spell in the power play, conceding just 2 runs in those 2 overs. Neha, what did you make of that performance? We spoke about how she's sort of coming into form thanks to that performance in the last game, both with the bat and the ball. She seems to have sort of continued from there, right?
Yeah, she definitely picked up from where she last left off, because in that India series as well, we did not see a lot from her. And although she won that ICC award or something, we were wondering where is that Ash Gardner, who always stands up and delivers for the team. And I think it's performances like this that again remind us that she's here to stay. I mean, just look at that, 2 wickets at an economy of 5.8, just conceded 23 runs. I think she was imperative, in trying to curtail the RCB batters, and I think she was phenomenal in her spell. And just again, giving us memories of the good old Ash Gardner, who always steps up when the team most needs her. I think it's all coming together for Gujarat, right? Matlab unka batting dekho abhi, now bowling department also you have stars kind of chipping in, with these all-round performances. So yeah, good signs for Gujarat, and from their POV, they would be very pleased with this performance.
And we'll definitely be supporting Gujarat Giants avidly now going forward in their games. But heartening signs for sure. Meghna Singh actually looked pretty threatening today. I don't think she picked up a wicket. Or did she take Elise Perry's wicket, or was it no, Tanuja Kanwar? Probably that was Tanuja Kanwar.
Kanwar.
But Meghna Singh, of course, was with those Yorkers especially, she seemed very lethal. Shabnam Shakil had a very good debut, so that's something to look forward to. Tanuja Kanwar might have had a rare off day, but of course we can expect her to come back. Catherine Bryce was given the new ball. I don't remember if she was given the new ball against the Delhi Capitals as well. If today was the first time, at least good signs those. They should persist with her, because clearly she has the in-swinger, the booming in-swinger. Yeah. And Ashley Gardner once again coming back to form. So like Neha mentioned, it's sort of slowly coming together for them. Let's hope they are able to come up with at least a couple more wins to sort of completely open the tournament up and also help RCB's case. यार मतलब जीत तो लिए तो कम से कम थोड़ा अभी अपने को भी help कर दो यहाँ पे. That's pretty much what I would have to say. Priyanshu says, guys, what do you think Warrior at 3 means? She can be the link between openers and middle order, like Smriti and Perry opening, Warrior at 3, Divine, Richard to come. This can be a winning combination. Interesting shout. I don't think Warrior's ever batted that high up. Even for stars. Renegades मैं सोचता हूँ, लेकिन Renegades बोलने के बदले stars बोलता हूँ हर बार, पता नहीं क्यों. But even for the Renegades, she comes in at number 5, number 6. So it'll be interesting कि देखते हैं क्या होता है वहाँ पे. But yeah, in terms of what we saw today, first innings, of course, the openers of Gujarat Giants wreaked havoc with a fantastic 140-run partnership between them. RCB sort of pulled things back, conceding only 44 runs in the final 5 overs. But nonetheless, Gujarat Giants posted an above par 199, asking RCB to chase down 200. They, in turn, did not get off to the greatest of starts. They lost Smriti Mandana early on. S. Meghna once again sort of got into a shell, played a lot of dot balls, and unfortunately never really sort of, compensated for it. Got out for a sort of very painful, laborious 13 ball 5. After that, it was always RCB behind the 8 ball. They did score boundaries, the odd boundaries here and there regularly and all of that. I mean, not just the odd boundaries. Sophie Devine scored a couple of entertaining sixes. Perry came up with a few boundaries. Richa scored a few boundaries. But no one really stuck long enough. Just like Warren, if we had another 48, another 21 ball 48, you never know. It probably could have been the difference between winning and losing. But of course, a lot of things ended up being the difference between winning and losing today for RCB. It was their fielding, it was their bowling, it was their batting. Plenty of things for them to dissect, a lot of things for them to look into and regroup, of course. It'll be interesting to see how they go about it. And also, before I forget, thank you so much for all of you who tuned in on Twitter and Instagram. It was great to have all you peeps as well. Something we've also been trying out ahead of the IPL. And it's great to know that we have a lot of people watching us, following us from there as well. And like I said earlier, please do make sure you sort of hop on YouTube and hit the like button here as well, because that's how YouTube promotes live streams. So it helps us as well, have more followers coming in, more viewers coming in, and building our community, which is what we're trying to do here, not just with the WPL, but with women's cricket in general. Anything else you guys want to plug in right now? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about right now?
I mean, nothing in specific. Just hope RCB can, give us some moments of happiness in those last two league games, right? Because, yeah, I think as fans, we would deserve that. But either case, I think we're setting up for a very interesting finish in the table, right? Exciting encounters coming. We can see results go anywhere. And the top three spots are still up for grabs. It isn't like, concrete ki yehi hoga. I mean, of course, Delhi is one of the teams, but like that 2 and 3 is still, anyone's field of play. So, yeah, I hope we get to see some really high intensity matches.
100%. And I mean, tomorrow, if UP Warriors somehow manage to win against Mumbai Indians, RCB, UP, and Mumbai, all three of them will have 3 losses and 3 wins in their 6 games. So setting up for a very, very, very exciting last week of WPL. So it'll be great to see how sort of, all the results pan out. And once again, all teams fans, not just RCB fans this time around, will have their calculators out, will be busy calculating and saying, oh, acha, itna marna, itna karna, ye karna hai. But yeah, it's been great covering this game. It's been great doing this watch along. We've had a lot of fun, as much as we would have loved to see RCB, end up on the right side. Not to be the case this time, but it's been great talking about it, covering about it, having a lot of fun banter with all of you people. It's a good night from all of us. We won't be doing the watch along tomorrow, unfortunately, because we won't be in Bangalore, at least a few of us. So we have an event to attend. Day after tomorrow, of course, we will be back. It is the UP Warriors against the Delhi Capitals. So that's another exciting game to look forward to. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And importantly, have a great night.